Smash it.
It's
I will
a
never
two-button
forget that little image you
smash.
just did.
Hey, folks.
Howdy, everybody.
Everybody.
We're the Return to Greyhawk folks, but not Shane. Shane's been kidnapped by his wife and taken away to a good vacation.
Yep.
So he's asked me to step in and kill all these people for him. And I've decided to spare their real characters and have them create new ones. So
Huzzah.
yes, so we'll just go down the list and we'll start with ladies first. Bree, you're up.
As soon as you said that, my cat started making very obnoxious noises. Sorry. Hi guys, it is NPC Bree, and today
Hold on, Bree, stop for
Did
just
she
a second,
mute?
Bree. We lost your audio.
hello, can you hear
Oh, it
me?
wasn't just
Yep.
me.
There we go. There we go. There we go. I can hear you.
All right.
Oh, that
Hey,
was
it's
me.
NPC Bree. I'm playing Barora, the Furbolg.
All right, then let's move on up. Travis.
Hey, hey. Ortamur Wraithhelm, who is a necromantic mountain dwarf. Wizard.
Ooh.
Alrighty then, Josh. Tell us about your wonderful character.
I'm playing Jack Be Nimble. I am a Lightfoot halfling monk of the Path of the Kinsey and the Way of the Dragon.
Excellent, sir. May.
I am May, and I am playing Nazumi. She is a shifter, a Horizon Walker Ranger shifter, actually. And she's gonna scuttle around a little bit.
And last but definitely not least, Michael.
Hey guys, Michael. I am playing Pants Jenkins, who is a half-orc monk, urchin from the streets, and also mute. So that'll be an interesting thing to do tonight.
Alrighty, that's our cast of characters. I am Lee Kim, the dungeon master who will terrorize these fun people and also let them all have some fun along the way. So we're going to get started, and we'll start with where your characters are.
That's interesting.
And let me pull up the map for you all so you can see where you are. The party wakes up on this coast, this storm-tossed coast. As you can see, there's pieces of boats and flotsam and jetsam lying around. The party at various stages coughs up, feels like half the ocean of salt water. As you all have realized, huzzah, you made it through the storm alive. The party was on a ship known as the Protector. It was a ship that left Keeland to hunt down pirates and other such scurvy dogs.
I'm so glad you didn't buy a horse.
The party had been successful many times tracking down pirates from that worked out of Hold of the Sea Princes, the Sea Barons, Lordship of the Isles, the Dread Scarlet Brotherhood. But it's the tracks of these pirates, the information they got from those they captured, kept leading them further and further south through the Gulf of Densac. And they were on the trail, if you will, of a ship just at the edge of the horizon when a storm. It was a massive storm. Their ship was tossed. And like a fabled crew that left from a tropic port many years ago, they ended up on a desert isle. They were alive, but they didn't know where they were. So your characters, if you have tokens, can load in. If you don't, I will quickly get tokens for you.
Oh,
I do not have a token.
shit.
Cool.
Alrighty, one moment, please.
Yeah, I need a token. I didn't even think about that.
No problem. Now let me get this one. But the party can wake up as they choose and begin to interact with their environment and themselves while I do this.
Okay, so we're just on this beach and we're just kind of like waking up.
You just woke up.
How do I? Okay, so immediately I'm fucking using my prestidigitation to remove any particles of sand whatsoever. You just start seeing sand just kind of float up off me, and it just kind of goes away in the breeze. And just, what the fuck is this bullshit? Just kind of start stomping around, and I lean over and grab my flip flops out of the sand. Flip flop on each foot. Start heading towards where I guess I would see mainland, if I see any
Mainland? You see desert. You see, or not desert, you see sand. You see a massive cliff behind you that looks to be 500 feet up.
Oh shit.
And out towards sea, you see a storm. And of course, you see debris laying all around you.
Is it morning? Or
Yes, it is bright, sunshiny morning.
Do I see
Okay.
anybody around me?
Yes, you see the various people that you've sailed with. You see Jack, you see Pants, you see Nazumi, and
Who's in charge of driving this thing?
that was your captain,
Where's the
of
captain?
which you see no sign of him.
Okay. Well, Nazumi's going to try to dry off a little bit, pull herself out of the water and dust off, and go from person to person and see if anybody needs help. If there's anybody still laying in the ground, not moving.
As for those not moving, you see several members of the crew that you don't think they're alive anymore. The fact that there's seagulls picking at their eyes.
So we've been here a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they were real hungry.
Pants is face down in the sand, kind of stirring. He sits up, coughs out sand, and looks kind of terrified.
Or we'll begin to randomly go up to different members and just cleaning off. That's just coming to you and I'm like, oh, you're disgusting. And then all of a sudden you're spotless.
Nazumi's gonna go look at the boat and see if this was caused by something, or a reef, or a rock, or maybe gunpowder or something like that.
All right, if you could please give me an investigation check.
Oh, well, that's angry. I
Michael,
clicked on it.
Check your DM, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Josh. I'll be putting that one in.
My sheet's not connected somehow. If you look at the Roll20 chat log.
All right, one moment. Let me check your sheet. I do apologize for this, folks. All this is... Oh, seems to be all right on this end.
Well,
Maybe it's the map layer.
I can just do it.
Actually, I think I could put the picture of myself here.
Plus...
Yeah, I get the picture.
Well, I see something now, May.
Well, I rolled just a regular using the dice roller. I couldn't click
Okay.
on my sheet.
Got it.
Okay, From what you can tell looking at the boat, you think it might be just have broke apart on a reef.
Okay.
Let me see on your character sheet here.
So side note, Michael, I tried to roll attack with my weapon, and it said no character was found.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I was trying
Okay,
to.
that same error.
Yeah, I posted it in chat.
Orders worked.
Yeah, mine worked.
Jack gets up quickly and dusts himself off, but mostly he's just checking for his things. He's checking the bottles. He has a couple potions. He checks to make sure they're still sealed. Checks his weapons and quickly like tries to clean them off to make sure they're in working order. And then starts stretching. And he's quite short. He's just 3 feet tall, so he's pretty good. Everything else, I think everybody else is probably towering over him.
Yes, you are the only halfling.
Yeah, that worked.
He's,
Interesting. So when I clicked on my language proficiency, that showed up, but my weapon attack aren't appearing show up. Pants gets himself to his feet, and as our wizard friend comes around and does prestidigitation, Pants will sign to Ortimore in Thieves' Cant. Thank you.
I'll just point at you, and inside of your head, you just hear a really kind of low. Do you speak or do you sign? You can't respond to this.
So you get a response that's like a kind of a stammering yes, sign, and right.
You just nod. I won't have to tell anybody. Unless you want me to. Nod yes, if you want me to.
You get a solid nod from Pants.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out what you're good at. You want to go kind of maybe scout the area a little bit? And is there anything out there?
Pants nods. You get the feeling that he's a little hesitant to explore, but he turns and starts walking down the beach. You see his steps in the sand are very tentative. It's as if Pants has never been on a beach before.
Hey, you two. Where are you going? Yeah, you little dwarf guy.
I'm coming back your way. I'm sending him up to scout to see if there's anything up that way.
It doesn't look like he can actually tell us anything.
No.
So
No,
maybe you should go with him, with your fancy little thing, magic. You know.
is everybody okay?
Obviously, look at us. We're moving around.
Start heading
Don't
backwards.
pay attention to those guys.
I have a quick question for the DM. What were we on this voyage for? We were called the Protection. Who were we protecting? Besides, of course, besides hunting pirates, was there somebody that we were trying to get in particular?
No, the reason the ship was named the Protector is because it protected Keelan interests from pirates, and it was basically a pirate hunter.
Okay. Well,
Roar this entire
I
time.
don't think it was pirates.
No, it looks like we hit a reef or something. Probably an inept ship captain or navigator.
Bree, you were saying?
No, that just Barora is just hovering over like the corpses, like shooing away seagulls kind of sadly while everyone else kind of gets their wits about.
Okay, well, see if we can find out where we are. Do we know where we were going?
Basically, you were tracking these pirates to a base that was somewhere in the South Seas.
Okay.
I don't know if Mike's going to tell you, but where you see my little person guy has up. If that's okay with you.
That's good.
That one?
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm getting the same token as somebody else. Just so you know.
All right.
This is-
I do apologize, folks. We'll get all this sudden weirdness figured out.
We created these characters in World 20. World 20 is for some
Yeah.
I couldn't really stream, so just bear with us a little bit. We're trying to get some of the kinks.
And on stream is the best time to work out any of you.
Of
It really
course
is.
it is.
Usually, it's
Well,
you get the most entertainment value out of
do
it.
we have any? Do we have any food? I'll go ahead and search for some food, and I'm gonna see if this works. Did it work?
Yes, it did.
All right, I have a skill where I'm just gonna start searching, and I can find enough fresh food and water for myself, as long as there's the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. So if I could find find some small crabs to kill, Skyrim style, or
Oh, I'm sure there's crabs.
Oh, there's
Especially
plenty of crabs. There's various things like that in along the shore here. They've been drawn by, unfortunately, the sudden bounty of food, the dead bodies.
dead bodies. Well, I'm not going to scavenge from the dead bodies. I'm just looking for food that is edible for, I guess, civilized folk.
Right, the crabs that are coming to feast on the dead bodies.
Oh, right.
Are there any smoke or any kind of signs of cities or life in the distance?
Roll a perception check for me. Unfortunately, I know your sheet isn't working, but
It's okay. I can do old school. Let's see. What I got.
one of the things you do notice is there is something inland. You can just make you think, you're not sure, towers, like spires.
Okay. So, dwarf, wizard, if you look over that direction, there's some towers. Right over there. Do you see? Over there. Maybe you're too short.
When Barora hears that, she is going to look up at look at one of the little bouncing seagulls fighting for the corpses, and she is going to use the speech of beast and leaf, a Furbolg racial, and she's just going to ask it if it can nod its head or if there are, if it is a village ahead, full of many people.
The seagull looks at you for a moment, and then it looks around at the other seagulls, looks back at you, and you swear the bird shrugs.
Well, it seems like the birds aren't no help around here, so I feel like if we want to go and find out whether or not it's safe, we might as well just show up. Yes,
you
Travis.
speak in such a wretched tone. Is that?
Well, I don't think that's quite a kind statement you're making there.
That's just the way that you speak.
It's the way that me and all my family speak.
Instead of worried about how we're speaking, let's worry more about surviving and getting to civilization so we can carry on our mission.
Well, then I say we follow the smart lady right there and we just go to the tower.
What does the landscape look like exactly besides the cliff?
It's a very tropical island. The trees you do see at the top of the cliff look like palm trees. It's very warm. The waters off the coast are also warmer than what you're normally used to. You're from a northern clime. Um, and for the most part, it's that. It's definitely very tropical.
All right. Well, and so is there only way to get out is to climb this cliff, or is there a
Uh,
pathway?
no one's really searched around.
I would like to do a perception check then, as I'm doing this, as I'm scavenging for food.
Well, if you're searching, then it would be an investigation check.
What I'm okay, sure. Or would it be a survival check?
Uh, Investigation right now. Survival would be looking for tracks or things like that.
Okay. I have no skill in that. Did I show it?
Yes, it did. Okay, looking around, the one thing you do notice, this bit of beach, just by your examination of this area, is probably the only beach really big enough to have people on, at least on this part of the island. From what you're able to look from out here on this little point, you can see there is just cliffs. The cliffs go straight into the sea in every other in both directions around the island. The only way is to go up.
All right. Well, I'll go scout for the trees and see what's up with the trees. Unless somebody can fly, that is. And then I'm going to use my athletics to try to climb.
All right. Well, yes, either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you choose.
How high is the cliff? I'm sorry.
500 feet.
You got lucky there.
Very lucky.
All right. Well, no, it's 500 feet. It's slow, methodical climbing, but there's plenty of handholds and places for you to easily climb up. It's
How many
just,
times do you have to click it?
I'm not going to make you roll more than once. That's a little, it'd get boring really quick for you.
I would be willing to guess that while everything else is going on, you're climbing.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm going to climb to get up there. Yep.
No, it's going to take you a while to climb 500 feet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like so now like you have committed yourself to climbing up a cliff while everything else is happening on the ground.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
this small little guy just climbing up the cliff. You can't even see me on the wall.
yeah. I mean, you move 40 feet around in combat.
I'm a wallflower right now.
So surprisingly enough, you can manage. Let's see, 40 feet with a dash climbing. So a minute and a half, you would get you to the top, which is impressive. But still, it's 10 rounds of combat. Speaking of combat,
It should take me about 12 and a half minutes. I think. Okay, yeah.
Wait, speaking of combat, where?
Oh, really?
oh, speaking of combat, just one moment, and I will show you.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
no,
dun.
you don't actually have to.
Oh,
It's
yes, I
so
do.
fun.
So, real quick, while they were doing that, I've been trying to butt in this whole time.
Yes, sir.
And
I like your tone of voice there.
while they were doing that, Ort would have gone over to two of the corpses and casted.
Yeah, I noticed that. So you now have preambulating dead bodies walking behind you.
Just two.
Good gracious God, why are you doing that terrible?
This terrible thing will be an asset.
An asset to who? Their ma, their pa, their brothers, their sisters? You're over here defiling their corpse.
They're not defiled, they're walking. Come. And as I pass you, you will notice on the left shoulder of Ortimur that he has an undead hand, like, it from the Addams Family, just kind of sitting on his shoulder. And as I pass you, it just flips you off like that.
How do you look?
I am 4'7", and I can tell you that.
Does not like long walks on the beach.
Alone.
4'7",
With a hand.
153, jet black hair, jet black beard that like goes down to his chest. It's a dwarven beard of just it looks majestic, really, and it's everything's jet black, eyebrows, whatever, and has these swirling green and like light green and indigo eyes. They're
When you
never really
say
like
when you say
swirl.
jet black, Travis, are you talking like just for dwarves jet black?
Yeah.
Like clearly a dwarf that's gone gray but isn't like thrilled about having gray,
Oh,
so it's like shoe polish
well,
black.
it's it's the whole, but it's everything. It's absolutely everything.
Wonderful.
And he wears an indigo robe with a kind of worn flip flop and one just completely immaculate flip flop that looks like it was made just hours ago. And has a staff with a indigo jewel in it as he uses as his walking stick as he walks along, and has just kind of some royal purples underneath.
Excuse me, Mister Scary Man, with the corpses. She turns and she points because apparently,
Allies,
Yes.
you may refer to them as he waves at him.
Well, as you're waving at your undead, you notice it's rather much like the size of killer whale. A lizard emerges from the water, eating one of the dead bodies. Not the ones you animated, but definitely one of the dead bodies. And it's looking at everybody like, I wonder how you taste.
Oh, we should back away from shore.
no, we should kill that thing because it's going to come up here and get a taste of us next, or eat all of the corpses here, and that's not kind to them who died.
If only I found that. Now that would have been some good food right there.
Walking past the ship, Pants
you see another one
notices
coming up over the top.
Pants notices the lizard coming over the top of the ship, the front half of the ship, and quickly grabs a piece of the flotsam from the ground and starts banging on the ship to get everybody's attention.
How far up am I in the wall by this time?
Let's see. This has gone maybe. You're about 100 feet up.
Is there any kind of
Well-
way I can? No, I can't. No, I can't.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn a spell slot and cast major. Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Nazumi looks over towards the banging on the ship, and moves over towards the monk, the taller monk.
I'm pretty tall right now since I'm 100 feet up. Just saying.
What are you banging at? We're supposed to be
And-
going that way.
And Pants points up toward the lizard cresting the deck of the ship.
Oh. Well,
Oh, that.
do you want to just leave, or it should? You probably want to fight it, don't you?
One moment while I still trying to work on getting this issue with the sheets fixed. One moment.
Okay, so hey guys, Nazumi turns around, like he looks at all of the party that she recognizes. She's like, "Are we taking care of this? What the hell is he doing up there on the wall? What?"
Pants starts scaling the edge of the deck, or like the edge of the ship to get up to the main deck.
Fine, you can't go alone. Nazumi turns
Okay.
and runs with him.
Now I have tokens for nearly everybody, I think.
Woohoo!
Michael, this one here where I'm pinging, you should be able to control. Travis, this one here, you should be able to control.
Travis is the tiny one.
He's a dwarf.
pretty-
May
It's so
should be able
small
to
and
control that
dainty.
one. Now, I've been trying to find something remotely Furbolg-like for you, Bree, and I'm having not a good time finding one. But one moment.
Okay, Mike.
I liked imagining what you were saying since I couldn't hear it, and it was all complimentary. So thank you.
What? My button wasn't pushed down again?
No. Travis was yelling at me for calling him small and dainty, but I imagine that he was just screaming compliments at me. It just makes me feel better about myself.
Alrighty.
Self-esteem. Oh, there's a third one over here?
Oh yeah, there's a
Aw.
third one over there. And Bree should be able to control that one. It doesn't look at all like your token or your Feebolg, but there you go.
Yeah. A little bit sharper, not fluffy enough, but perfect for tonight.
Yeah. And Josh, you should be able to control this one. I realize it's not the picture you used,
No,
but
I can't control that one. I have another one here that I can control.
okay.
So you should just get rid of that one there.
Okay. We have a semblance of thing. Now let me get the turn order up and then clear it out.
Just for clarification, each zombie is on each side of me in the square, left and right of me.
Yes, I knew there was someone I forgot. Zombies.
It's a really big lizard.
They're really not that. I mean, they're just hungry.
Yes,
I mean, we
they're
don't want to be
innocent
their
little
food,
things.
but you know.
When I look back at the thing, I say, hurry up and climb the wall. They belong here, we don't. Everything has its place in life. This place belongs to them. Come
And all
on,
we
I
hear
have some
is
food.
all we hear is, guys, stop what you're doing. Climb up.
I'm only 100 feet up.
You have such a tiny
But
voice.
We are on a beach, and the waves are rolling.
Waves
so
are crashing in.
there's
Giant
3 lizard
monsters
creatures.
erupting from the sea.
Come to the top and pee off the center of the world.
Barora is like making sure all of her plate armor is on right. Because not only is she fluffy, but she's covered in plate armor. Pulls out
I'm
her
going,
pickaxe.
I'm going to attempt to
Okay,
bash.
hold on, Bree. What's your character look like? You were giving me. I walked right next to you, and my companion flipped you off. So what did you look like?
So I'm about 7'3". I'm kind of broad and fluffy. My fur is kind of like a light, like pink, and I've got like colorful, like light pinkish hues in my hair. She's just a very like soft, fluffy teddy bear style for bulk, but in solid plate armor with a giant great axe.
She sounds adorable.
I know, I love her so much.
Okay, I have your zombies tokens for you, Trap.
And I got him. I can control him. It's great.
It's excellent.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Now, can I kill these bad guys?
Yes, we can. We can now roll initiative. Click on your tokens and roll for me.
My just as a heads up, Michael, my weapon is still showing no character.
I know, this doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna see if I can roll initiative. Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Nope.
in his skull.
Oh shit.
All right.
Killing it.
And then he will turn and jump off of the side of the boat as the rest of his movement and slow fall to the ground.
Okay.
And that's the end of Pants' turn.
Nezumi, you're up.
Oh, I was actually 11.
Oh, I thought you were 14.
No, to be honest.
Nope.
Okay, then Jack, you're up.
I would like to. I have so many things I can do with this thing, with this guy. I would like to use my. Um, I'm going to try to dash down go back down. Or if I dash up, how long would it take me to get up?
If you dash,
I'm
that
at
will
100 feet.
that would be 40 feet. Climbing wise, it would be 40 feet because it's half movement. So then you have 400 feet, so that would be 10 movements. So it'd take you at least a minute to get up. That's if you dashed every round.
And if I dash down?
Well, you can always get down very quick by simply letting go.
And how much damage would that be, more or less?
What is your monk level?
9.
Okay.
I know I could do a slow fall, but that reduces the falling damage you take by an amount equal. Oh, I could reduce it by 45. Okay, I think I just drop. Can I just let go and then I can roll and make an attack, or no?
You're probably not going to be able to get to them in this round. It'll
I
probably
have
be
a
at least.
longbow.
Oh, a longbow. You don't even need to get down. You can shoot from where you're at.
Can I shoot while hanging onto a rock cliff?
As I said, there's a lot of handholds, and for a dwarf or for a halfling your size, there's plenty of places for you to just stand in those clefts and shoot.
Okay, well I have 2 attacks that I can make. So I'm going to use my teeth, hold 2 arrows, and make 2 attacks, and use the arrows. And just reload them to make 2 attacks.
Which lizard are you attacking?
That's a good question. One of them's already, the big one's already dead, yes? And there's another one?
Well, there's 3 of them total, and one of them.
They're all big.
I'm going to attack the one that is closest to a lady friend. I'm going to attack the one in the water.
Okay. That's a hit.
All right. And then I'm going to do it one more time. I think I can add my key to this as well.
It is your Kensaw weapon, yes.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to add key and power strikes. Your unarmed strikes kind of magical. Okay, not that one. Stunning strike. You can interfere with the flow of key in an opponent's body. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, okay, that's melee.
Unfortunately, it says melee weapon.
It's a shot. You can use a bonus action on your turn to make your ranged attack with your Kinsey weapon more deadly. When you do so, I'm just going to post it and take an extra D4. There we go.
Okay. So that was the first shot. And that's the second shot. Both hit.
Excellent. Okay. And I'm going to use 1d4 just for one of those shots. Excellent.
Okay, let's see. Both those shots hit. That's 24 points of damage. You put an arrow right through its eye, and a second one follows up.
Okay, excellent. Sweet. And is it dead?
Oh, yes,
wow.
it's quite dead.
Just call me Hawkeye.
Nezumi, now's your time.
Now's my time. Okay. I am going to move a little bit down here. So I have my eye on Duder over there. Going to knock an arrow and not click my sheet. I have to click the other thing. Okay. Plus. Do I hit him?
Oh, yes, that's a hit.
Okay. For 11 damage.
The arrow digs deeply into the beast's shoulder.
And I think I get to do another shot. I'm just double checking. Yes, I got 2 attacks. So. Ooh. Crit.
Let me check. Yes. Oh, definitely, that's a crit.
I was going to continue, by the way, going up the wall after my attack.
Okay.
D8 minus 4. And then, so.
It would be 16. We double the die roll.
Yep.
And at 16 plus 11 is 27. And this creature is also decidedly dead.
We are so strong, guys.
There you go, Pants. Azumi looks over at Pants and thumbs up.
So what does the party do? It's suddenly silent as the combat and these beasts arriving sort of ran off most of the other vermin that was feeding on the bodies.
See, it was an easy clean, and we took care of it just like that. There was no reason not to take care of the problem before it got worse.
You could just see me climbing up the wall still, like nothing ever happened.
That tiny man's got some sort of idea. He's trying to get somewhere, but I don't know if all of us can climb up like that. She looks to the.
We can get up there somehow.
I have never seen a zombie climb up a mountain. Now that's for sure.
Maybe you can get some more.
Sometimes it's hard to come by dead bodies.
Well, hopefully that is the case, since we're stuck on this island. I assume it's an island, but...
From your vantage point, you can't imagine it being anything else.
Okay.
Would any of us have any knowledge of like where we were heading, like, or maybe when to have any kind of idea where we could be at, like in the area, or we just have completely no clue?
Well, Travis, what skills do you have on your sheet?
My top skills.
Well,
Or
like
just
do you have history or
what I'm
anything like
proficient
that?
in?
Yes.
I have religion that I'm proficient in. I have investigation, history, and arcana.
Okay, history. History, please.
God.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't think of much beyond. Well, let's put it this way: you're now sailing in an area on the maps that you've seen that says "Here be dragons."
Oh, wow.
That's great. That's and on the map, let's just imagine on this map that he's talking about, like, it's a giant part of the map. It's just this giant part of this corner of the map. It's not like, you could be in one part of this map and have a clue where you're at. It's just those giant thing. So that's great.
Well, let's get out of here. I mean, yeah, there's bodies there. Yeah, they're there, but we can't do anything with them. We could try to follow that little guy up there. Climb up the wall.
If we look down the other part of the beach this way, is there anything?
The cliff rapidly meets the ocean in both directions.
Pants slips inside the kind of the shell of this front half of the boat just to see if there's anything worth salvaging before we take off.
Okay, give me a perception check if you're able to, or roll it the old way.
Well, I'm gonna roll it the old way because it's what appears to be my luck. Let's see. Nope. Still says no character. So I'm going to roll manual. 10.
Okay, you're looking around in here, and the fact that the boat broke in half, um, yeah, it's sort of difficult to find anything really useful. It's been, you know, you find rope, you find things like that in abundance, but food, water, not much. However, you do find something of interest. Um, how can one put this? It's like a cat's claw. You know, if you've ever had a cat, cats pull those off every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a claw that's come off, except it's roughly oh 16 inches long.
All right.
So Pants will pick that up and kind of carry it out of the ship and walk over to Nezumi and like kind of drop it at her feet.
Yeah, bring me a something? And I bend over and I pick it up. Where'd you get
You're
this?
And
Lucky
in-
cat's paw.
In the sand, Pants draws an arrow at the hollow half of the ship that he just came out.
Well, I kind of assumed that. I was just sorry.
do you have a nature skill?
I hope so.
I would
No.
also. You don't?
At least not on this one. Let me make sure my other sheet. Nope.
Okay. Do you have survival?
I do.
You can roll a survival check for me, please.
Okay.
Can Aurora help her? Give her advantage on that because I have a
Certainly.
proficiency in survival.
Certainly, you can do that. So we'll use the second roll as it is higher. Yeah, you realize what this is. This is a claw out of a kraken's tentacle sucker.
Wow.
Well, I think we found the culprit of our ship. You know, breaking their pants.
Pants shrugs.
Humping to those Kent.
It's a giant sea creature.
One of the biggest, scariest things in the water, they say. Guess we got off lucky having any survivors.
That's true, actually. Most people don't, survive these guys. But now, look, this thing. We could probably make something out of it or sell it or something.
Yeah,
Well-
most cities don't survive a meeting with one of those.
Well, we might want to
well,
get
I
off,
can carry it
leave.
from the
Especially Greek cities.
Do you want it?
So, like,
Aurora will pick
calamari.
it up and she'll like tuck it in her bag and she goes, well, I'll let either you or and she points to Pants, him keep it. I didn't find it, so that's not right, but I'm really strong, so I can just carry it.
How strong are you? I mean, you have all that armor, but
And this she's like 7'3", and she kind of just like looks down at you and goes,
oh, look up.
it's like, I'd say I'm awful strong. I can move just about anything if I.
Can you pick up that dwarf?
Do not touch me.
I'd say it'd be an easy pick. I could probably give him a little bit of a toss too.
We might come back to this conversation later. He's a little feisty right now. Let's hurry up and move inland, though. Those things have long tentacles.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Okay, May, could you try your sheet now?
Okay.
Click anything on it.
Oh my goodness!
I figured out what it is. One moment.
I'll close mine up real quick.
Surprisingly enough, it's your names.
My name.
The line you have in it.
Oh, it threw it
Oh.
off.
All right, well, I will fix that right now.
How far up in the mountain am I now?
Look at us
You've reached the
learning new
top.
things on Roll20. We can
Reach
do
the
it.
top. Okay. I've
There
reached
you
the top.
go. Try,
do I-
yes.
Go ahead.
Well,
sorry.
just a second. We're still working on this sheet here. See if that works, Michael.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, it does.
Woohoo. Hooray. I'm going to do one more thing. Yes, sweet. They work.
Okay, from where
Yay.
you're at, Jack. First off, you can see 360 degrees around you.
Okay.
The 180 degrees that goes out to the ocean, you can see this piece of sand is the only beach you can see for as far as you can see in either direction. It goes to the cliffs. There is no sand, there is rock, probably very sharp rock. Behind you, the 180 degrees away from the ocean, you see jungle, mountains, but in the center, you see towers,
More than one.
multiple towers, as if it is a city.
Could I do a what kind of check would it be to see if I recognize the architecture?
History. Surprisingly enough, these towers are not of any local, as in that you're familiar with, but they're like onion domes, like the in St. Petersburg in Russia.
Okay.
Uh, but they're shining and glimmering in the sun as if they're made of metal. You don't know what culture. Well, yeah, with 19, you have a very bad feeling of what this place is. Your dojo was involved with a dragon, and it told you of many great things of the ancient past, of the fiery wars during the Sul Imperium before the Twin Cataclysms, various things along those lines. And during the time of the Sul, there were many mages of power. One of them, his name has been unfortunately erased from history because of his deeds in necromancy. He and his followers were exiled from the empire, and he created his own kingdom, if you will, on island chains in the South Seas. This is the dread Isle of Sahu.
Sahu didn't have anything to do with the demise of my monastery and
No, it
mentor, did he?
didn't, but
Okay.
a necromancer did.
Oh, we have a dwarven necromancer as well. All right, great.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so
while you don't like the dwarf, he wasn't the one that did it, but a necromancer did. But
he was hired.
Would I
was
have
hired to
known?
protect.
Would I have known this necromancer in either in passing or in professionally, as a or in just
yes,
nature?
you would have known her name, Kezabet, the Dark Angel.
I begin. I'm going to do a quick perception check around me first to make sure I'm alone. Um, in that where I just climbed up to, I'm going to do a perception check, and then I'm going to start tying the mini silk hempen ropes that I bought to try to make it easier for the group to climb up.
All right, perception check, please. You are, other than the caw of seagulls and the occasional howl of monkeys from the forest, you're all alone.
All right, I'm going to find a sturdy tree, wrap the silken rope around. I have quite a few bundles, since it's silken and all, and I'm going to start tying the ends together, the 50-foot ends, and drop it down the cliff.
All right, this you do.
And then I
And
look over and I go,
go
but
ahead,
they
sir.
probably can't see me from 500 feet up, though.
Probably not. But the rope coming down, keen eyes of the various people see it. So everyone else can get up the cliffs. You could probably even tie the zombies to the bottom of the ropes and all of you haul them up.
I would petition for this.
Whereas I don't think it's right. I'll do it just 'cause it's nice to be fine to your companion.
Thank you.
And I'm going to step away briefly to refresh my drink. I will be right back.
And then I cut the rope
Cool.
when they're halfway up, and I am alone on the island to claim my
Well-
right on the throne.
I'd say Barora went first, so she could just grab the rope, grab a handhold, and at least hold on to it long enough for people to get it. I do have a 20 strength. She's so strong and powerful.
She breaks the rope.
She does it to hug
She's
her
so cool.
friend. I wanted a character that just likes to hug.
You're gonna hug me, little halfling?
I mean, if you climb up a little bit higher, she's got plate armor on. It's hard to squat.
You should hug the monk, the other monk. He can't tell you no.
Consent is very important.
Just to say, we're gonna have to have a consent conversation with Aurora here.
He just nods
Yeah.
yes.
Well, Nozumi will try to climb up without the rope.
Okay, Nozumi can give me an athletics check, please.
I'm going to stealth.
You stealth, and Nozumi, you're able to climb without the rope. Eventually, the party reaches the top of the cliff.
What are you doing up here?
Talking to me?
Yeah, you come up here first. Did you see something?
Shh.
Don't tell me to shush.
And then I point towards the towers.
Yeah, I saw the tower from down there. I'm the one that pointed it out.
These towers are we're going to have to face. It's the only thing around here, if you look around, they are the only way possibly back to any civilization.
Then I guess that's the way to go.
If you notice,
Yeah.
they're also made of metal, with some of the shiny reflective surface. And from what I can tell, they're from a great mage that I thought or heard was long forgotten.
Well, maybe they're friendly.
Unlikely. From my
Well,
own experiences, this place is going to be very unfriendly. You should be quiet from here on out. Thank goodness we have a mute with us.
Well, that was rude.
Quiet, huh? That's good luck with that.
Pants comes over the ridge as you say that, and kind of just steps behind you and pushes you. Tries to push you to the ground.
I just do a little tumble.
Nozumi gives a thumbs up.
I'm just going to do a tumble, and I meant that in a good way. You will probably save us all.
That's probably right.
The Pants flips you the bird, and then also signs something in Thieves' Cant. If you don't speak Thieves' Cant, you have no idea what he said.
I have no idea. And I'm going to be like, I agree. Thank goodness we are together. And this is my high charisma right here speaking.
Briora, are you casting one of your feeble magic abilities?
No, I am going to cast it once we get within range of the city, but not here on the mountaintop. I was just reading it and I clicked it. But when we are close to the city, I will cast it to make myself appear more like, I'd say like my icon, like an elf.
I can hear Travis laughing.
I don't know what he's saying.
I'm trying to grab my pieces and he's moving my pieces when I'm grabbing my pieces, and then he moved my piece exactly when I grab my piece.
Exactly. So
If you could keep your hands off your pieces on the stream, that'd be great.
Yeah, a little forward.
Alrighty.
It was pretty funny.
Didn't we just talk about
I
consent?
thought we just worked out these kinks.
I thought we did too.
I guess we're
Okay,
still working
then.
out the kinks.
The party has reached the top of the cliff. Now, looking forward, Nazumi can see that there is a faint trail. It was probably something more at one time, but now it's a little more than a deer path, if there were deer here.
Well, this is probably the better way to go. We can make our way through here. The path make it a little bit better, but it's pretty old. She doesn't wait for anybody to say anything and just heads off.
Okay, I will need Nezumi to make a survival check, please.
Pants shrugs and follows Nozumi. She seems to have taken the leadership position.
Okay. As Nezumi is traveling, Pants, however, can't find the ocean. It vanished. Oh, wait, it's behind him. Okay.
I'm also, as I step off, going to use. Oh, can I do it? I'm going to use that.
Okay. Within, is jungle your favorite terrain?
It is now.
No, it's forest. It's not jungle.
Well, I suppose we can allow forest and jungle to be synonymous in this particular
There are lots of trees.
instance. Exactly. So within 6 miles.
You know, Michael, if you bend to her will, it's just going to keep happening.
That's okay. I would have done this for anyone who would have this ability because I'm saying this. She senses no aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or
most undead.
And
well, within 6 miles at least.
She's checking out like this is from what I can tell, this is a place of ancient power, dragon power.
Well, there's none within 6 miles here.
Well, that's the lucky thing.
There is one thing that Nozumi does notice. As she's traveling, she sees signs of encampments. Temporary ones, like you see an old fire pit that is almost completely grown over with vines. You see what looks to be an old bedroll that has been literally almost completely disintegrated by the weather. And other little things like this as you're traveling in the direction of these towers. Now, I do wish to point the towers are at a great distance. So you're not going to get there anytime soon.
Okay. I'll share the information about there are really old encampments here. Obviously there's other people around or have been. So maybe Jack over there is pretty correct with the whole wanting to be quiet thing since we don't know where we're at.
Pants takes a couple steps behind Nozumi and then starts waving his hands because he thinks there's a spider web on his face.
Nozumi thinks he's dancing, so she dances with him a little bit.
Is this some sort of communication I don't understand? I know I don't speak a lot of languages, but
he's a mute. He's not. He signs. He doesn't speak.
Does he not know how to, or because we can teach him?
No,
I don't think it's that. I think it's
Pants turns to you as if to show you that he can clearly hear you talking about him. And then
I continue to talk to you like I just
points to his neck where you can clearly see a large scar that's roughly like half an inch thick, running the length of his neck.
Well, good gracious, Maori.
He had his voice removed.
Well, that's just a sad, sorry sight.
Oh, there is actually a spider on you. Turn back around. I was just kidding.
Pants freaks out.
Oh, oops. Let's hurry quietly in farther. We're gonna make it to those towers.
As the party continues on, Jack has moved ahead, sneaking out of sight. I would like everybody to roll perception checks, please.
Rolling really well tonight.
All right.
Never mind.
Jack and Nezumi are the first to notice this. Jack first because he's in the lead. There is a cave. It's more like a deep overhang rather than a cave that actually shows more signs of having been turned into a temporary residence.
Jack pulls out a circular a whip from his side, its handle engraved with the body and head of a dragon. Oh, I lost you.
Very sorry. There's a partial tent / lean-to that has. You figure the direction the wind comes or the weather comes has been put up, and you see a fire pit that has not been grown over. And from your angle, you see legs and boots.
Belonging to what kind of humanoids?
A humanoid, you can't tell from this angle. All you see are boots and pants.
I'm going to sneak up with my whip out.
Hey, that's a
And
fancy rip you got there.
be very, very sneaky.
Where'd you get that?
I'm really far ahead of you, I think.
I got a really high perception.
Well,
But yeah, I'm
yeah.
sneaking. I'm not sure if I revealed now.
Probably with Nazumi coming up behind you saying, "Hey, that's a nice whip."
I literally just and the whip almost flies out of my hand, and I'm scrambling after the whip as it goes into the bushes.
And there's this bush must be a symbol bush, considering the amount of noise it rattles and makes as you manage to get your whip back. The boots don't move.
That was an odd reaction to have as I walk up by you, watching you get your whip.
I was sneaking. There's an encampment here, and
But-
they're not moving.
This
What-
encampment
what
looks
do
old.
What do you understand about
Um,
being quiet and not making noise?
Maybe a month or two old.
Well, just take a look. This is like those other ones we
Pants
saw. This is old.
walks past the both of you, kind of
Hey, Pants.
oblivious.
Even
about
at
the
this
spider thing.
closeness, even at this closeness, he does see the lean-to.
Nazumi will go over and kind of kick the boots slightly. She'll tell him.
As you kick as you get close enough to kick the boots, you see the boots and pants and robes, somewhat threadbare, were being worn by a skeleton.
Oh, hey, dwarf, Ort.
What you got?
Your friend has more friends.
No shit.
His
swaddling over.
hands, you do, and this guy is clutching a scroll tube to his chest and a small book that looks like it's been eaten by something, partially anyway.
I'm gonna look for tracks around it.
Oh,
Lefty,
you
Righty.
find tracks.
Lefty, you get that book. Righty, you get that scroll.
They both agree, and they go claim them. They fight the skeleton briefly as the skeleton is literally holding on to them in a death grip. He falls apart, but they then give each other a high five, and then bring them back to you triumphantly. Tracks. Can I have a perception check? Not a perception. Survival check from you, Jack. Plenty of tracks. Various rats, small animals, lizards. That looks like they came over here and had a great feast of this body. Ortmer. Yeah. Ortamir. You have a scroll tube and a book.
Scroll tube and a book. I'm going to. Does the book is it got like drool on it, or is it just like partially eaten?
Oh, it's got a little seawater on it now that your sodden zombies have brought it over to you.
Prestidigitation, just to clean it as much as I can.
There's a limit because the book is pretty gnawed on. Oh yeah, it's very gnawed on. Like half of it's missing.
I'm gonna take it and put it into my satchel for now. I'm gonna have to spend some time with it later to try and see if I can get anything from it. But I'll take it and I'll wrap it in a handkerchief and just kind of wrap it and fold it and stick it in my satchel for now, and then focus more of my attention to the scroll tube.
This is a very, very nice scroll tube. It looks to be made of ivory, and the ends have been sealed with wax.
Are there any designs or wording or runes
Yes,
that I would find?
one you probably recognize quite well. It is of the Grand College of Greyhawk.
I will then walk over to the what's left of the corpse of the skeleton and start taking a much closer look at, like, does he have any clothing left at all? Does he have anything on the
There's
shoulders or?
there's a threadbare robe. Beside him, there's a pointy hat with stars sewn on it, and the pants are pants, and the boots are boots.
And is there any other belongings, maybe next to his knapsack
Yeah, you find a staff.
I instruct Righty specifically to pick up the staff and just pick it up. Just pick it up. Carefully. Slowly. Slower. Okay.
It picks it up. It reaches out, like you say, slower, slower. It's not really slowing down. It's just looking at you. It's like it picks up the staff and holds it there for a while, and then hands it to you.
No, you just hold on to that for now. I'm not going to.
Okay.
No, hold on.
He holds it for another 30 seconds and tries to hand it to you again.
No, I said, go stand over there.
What? Why are you playing with those skeletons? Just...
I'm not playing. We're figuring something out right now.
And then he holds the staff out to Nezumi.
Don't touch this.
I throw it into the woods.
What are you doing?
What?
Stop playing with your skeletons. We gotta get to the towers.
Did you feel anything when you touched the staff?
A wooden staff. Now it's somewhere else.
I didn't say it was wooden.
A staff. Like
the staff
thing.
was made of bone.
Bone. It was bone.
So I'm just watching her at this point. I'm waiting for her to like melt, or I'm waiting for her to like disappear, or like.
Righty is now going into the brush to pick up the staff again.
Oh dear God. Fiora, what are you doing? Maybe you need to pick up that dwarf now.
Okay, this was a magician. This is very weird. Why did this magician die?
Probably for a lot of reasons. Can I do like a survival check on the corpse?
Sure.
15?
You would say, judging from the state of his bones, not from the fact they've been gnawed on, but the general decalcification of them, he died of hunger.
Well, it just looks like he was probably out here for too long, didn't make it back to the village, couldn't find food for himself, and he just died.
So I'm going to take the spell scroll that I have, the fancy spell scroll, and the wax end.
Yes.
I'm going to hand that. I'm going to give that to Lefty. I'm going to have him hold it. And I'm like,
he
okay.
Holds it to his chest like he ain't ever going to let it go.
I want you to grab that end right there, and I point at the wax end to him. I want you to use your other hand on that end, and I want you to pull that off.
He does so, and there's a pop.
It's okay. There's a reason why I'm a little paranoid, people.
You're very paranoid.
And I reach in, and I'll grab I'll look for a scroll, and then if there's a scroll in there, I'll grab it and pull it out.
There is a scroll.
So I wonder if he makes skeletons wipe his own butt, too.
He probably does. I mean...
Righty comes back. There is a staff.
I wonder if he makes skeletons wipe his own butt, too. That's awful gross, my small friend.
Righty comes back.
While
I think Pants agrees with us.
While I'm unraveling the scroll, I'll just start reading it aloud to the group as I use
Pants agrees with
my
us.
other hand to put out this way and just start. So, if you'll allow me, ritual cast identify on that staff.
Necromancy isn't the most
no
palatable magic, after all.
The one thing you do realize when you go to ritually cast, well, I need you to roll a perception check because your perception is sort of divided between the scroll and casting. But everyone else, if they choose, can also roll perception checks.
Why not?
Of course.
Nope.
I'm watching.
Pants was leaning down or crouching down to look inside.
Now,
the
did you say that was a disadvantage? Or did you-
Yes. Yes.
Nazumi
Son
will
of a
work with
bitch.
Pants.
Come on!
First fail.
And at the same time, I wasted a natural 20. At the same time.
And what was Pants doing, Michael?
Pants was actually bending down to kind of look into the lean-to to see if there was even anything of interest in there, or if it's just like old garbage.
You're just moving debris around because there's a lot of just leaves and fronds and stuff that have blown in here. And you find a pouch that is mostly decayed, but in it is a crystal that is roughly the length of your palm.
Ooh. What do you have there, Pants?
But
There's
at the
a
moment, I need to
Yep.
state here
do your thing. Do your thing.
that Briora and Izumi, did you roll perception check?
Nope, I was just hanging out with Pants, watching him look in the thing.
Okay, then Briora, you're the only one who really notices this. Well, Jack, what are you doing at this time? You were looking for tracks. Are you keeping like an eye out in case something leaps out and tries to eat the party?
I'm looking out this way, then looking back what they're doing, looking out this way, kind of like just standing guard.
Okay. So Briora,
Pants.
Briora, is that how you pronounce that name?
I'm just going with Berora. I don't know. I saw it on a name generator, so you can call it. Just call me whatever.
Bree.
Berora.
You're now Bree.
It's me, Bree the Furbolg. Just call me Bree.
As he's casting a spell, runes form in the air around him. Sigils and glyphs sort of shape and twist in the air.
And I would know that this isn't normal, or is this the normal?
Yeah. Oh no, you would know this is normal. You're a 9th level fighter. You've been around wizards before. They don't do that.
Excuse me, Mr. Rise from the Dead Man. What the hell are you doing up there?
Ortmer is distracted, to say the least, because two things happen really quick. The ritual spell, which would normally take minutes to cast, was done in a single action.
Can I pick up the dwarf and try and move him away from these?
You can. You identify the staff as it's odd. It's necromantic energies, but it defies direct identification. The closest your spell comes to it is a staff of bone.
Damn it.
However, the scroll is very interesting. It's a teleport scroll.
You see him literally make that face. And then I'll take the time, and I have clipped to my waist belt. And it's a very ornate waist belt. It is also equally ornate, kind of leathery looking book. And I'll open it out. It's got quite a few buckles on it, the top buckle, bottom buckle, and a side buckle. So I unbuckle all of those, and I take this, and I very carefully
Why is he in dressing
fold it a
pants?
little bit, and then slide it in between one of the pages, and then I'm buckling it up, and then buckling it up, and then buckling it up. Hang to the side.
I'm sorry, but are we not going to address the magics that you were just doing in the sky?
What, me?
Yes, you. You were just sitting there, and then all those, are they still apparent?
No, they're gone. The minute he stopped casting, they vanished.
While you were doing your fancy magic there was a bunch of like rune style things floating around in the. And I don't know a lot about
what that. Yeah. Well, I was trying to figure out what that staff was, and I point over to Riding, who's holding the staff.
He's trying to hand it to Jack now.
No, do not touch it.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
He walks over and hands it back to Nazumi.
I throw it as hard as I can.
God damn it.
You're wasting our time. We need to get over there.
And Righty immediately turns and shuffles after it.
I'm
Pants
sorry.
kind of doubles over, like silently laughing.
And Pants, you fall over in the direction of the towers. Your hand stretched out all of a sudden. The one holding the crystal.
Does Pants feels a pull from the crystal toward the towers?
Yeah, you move like about 2 or 3 inches from where you were standing by the tug of the crystal.
What are you holding there?
Pants stands up and like kind of like opens his hand with the crystal in it and kind of just moves it toward the tower.
Yeah, the sharp pointed end of the crystal is like a compass needle pointing north.
So just holding it in his palm, the crystal just turns toward the tower.
Yes.
As he moves.
Well, I guess we need to... Wait a minute. Well, no, that wouldn't work.
What, are you going to go look at something again forever?
Pants points at the crystal and points at the tower and then uses both of his hands and goes,
Yes, we need to go to the tower, and that points towards the tower. Good job.
I think he's got himself a point there. I have a bad feeling about the magics around here. I'm not too sure about that staff either. I'm not lacking any of this all that much. I think we should just try and find some civilization and see if we can get back where we needed to go.
Do you see
Righty comes back with the staff.
Nazumi walks the direction that Pants was pointing.
Pants follows Nazumi.
As the party is, I assume, slowly moving in that direction.
I'm going to watch out for anything ahead.
Well, you all hear something that probably either causes you to stop or to start running faster. As it is a roar. Not a dragon's roar, but definitely of a massive beast.
This might complicate matters because before you started talking, I was going to exclaim how Ort's just got to do this the old-fashioned way and goes and grabs the staff. Just himself.
Okay, this is when the roar...
So that might have happened when the roar... Does anything happen? Like the staff or anything?
What?
Do I get sucked into the staff or anything, or
nope.
Melt? Or
it's cold, colder than it should be.
I don't sense anything. It just feels like a staff.
Holding a long, cold bone.
Can I tell what direction the roar is coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from the rather large area of jungle that would be, if you're facing the tower, let's assume the tower is quote unquote north, it would be off to the left of that.
I would like to...
So I don't notice anything about the staff, so I start using it as another...
It's cold. It's the zombies that you animated focus on that. They're like dogs waiting for you to throw a bone.
Okay, all right.
Literal.
Come on, guys. And I take both staffs. So I'm using them like cross country like ski things. Like I got my staff and then the bone staff and the other one are like cross country skis. Trying to catch up.
Stop doing your hand that way.
No,
and what are you doing, Jack?
I'm stealthily just dashing through the if I am able to stealthily do that, dashing in, like it's over here to the left, I'm dashing this way and trying to get out of sight of particularly Nazumi.
Okay. You are able to. She was headed towards the towers. You're now running off to the right of the towers?
More or less. I'm going to try to go around this way, I suppose, because that doesn't sound like a very good roar. But what I really want to do is I kind of want to flank and kind of go off to the side here. So when they go past, I can kind of watch them in case that thing intercepts them. So I'm just going to be running off to the head and to the side and then kind of hiding.
Okay, no problem. You can do this easily.
At the sound of the roar, Pants starts sprinting.
Sprinting?
It's not trying to be quiet. He can feel the ground, Jurassic Park style.
Yeah, Barora is going to follow Pants because she's concerned that he might not be able to cry for help. if something gets
So
him. So she's
is
just
she trying to run? Is she trying to stay up with him speed wise?
I don't think she'll ever be as fast as a monk, while she's in full plate armor. But she's
Probably
just
not.
she's just kind of trying to keep him in sight. As long as she's fast enough to make eye con, like see his butt while he's running.
And now, how fast is Pants intending to run, and how far?
So Pants' default speed is 45. I would say he was probably keeping pace with Nezumi, and then at the roar, he probably started to move a little faster than Nezumi, unless Nezumi was trying to keep up with Pants.
Well, I am trying to keep up with Pants. I'm 35. So. No, I'm going to shift. And that'll make me 40. So, Nezumi looks a little more rat-like, and her fur glistens a little bit, and her claws. She doesn't really have hands or feet. They're more like 3-fingered claws with little dew claws.
So, quick question. Is this something that Pants would have seen before if we were traveling together on this ship?
Would Nezumi have done that in battle?
Yes.
Okay.
Then yes.
So Pants will not stop dead in surprise. Pants will continue running as if nothing happened.
And
All
I'm
right.
Aurora's slow, but she is definitely trying. Like, let's just be real here. She's big, she's clanky, but boy howdy does she try at her 30 feet move.
Come on, Baror.
Large woman.
You can do it.
Wait up for me. Large.
Okay.
What's your name? Large woman.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. What do you need from me?
My speed is 25 feet, so I'm
Tell him
lagging
large
behind you
Barora
all.
sent you.
Would you like me to carry you? Is that what you're asking?
Please.
No, I'm not.
Listen. No judgment. Just come here. She's gonna go like squat down for like a
Do not carry a dwarf.
Piggyback? Are you going to piggyback him?
Yeah, come get him on. You can get him on shoulders too if you'd like, so you get a good vantage point. We'd be about 10 feet tall.
You're going to dwarfy back him?
No, thank you. I will walk.
Please.
slower.
It's
Please.
more than fine.
Why do you?
Barora's going to try and pick him up side swing style like a toddler. Swing him on his.
No.
Barora has. I don't know if I have advantage on this because I do have a powerful build. I do have the ability to push, drag, or lift as a large creature
Okay.
rather than a medium.
What we'll do, since it's clear that Ortamar does not wish to go, it's going to be an opposed athletics check.
Do I have any advantages because of how strong and big I am?
Oh yes, you get advantage because you are effectively a large creature and he is medium. So you will have advantage on this roll.
Yeah, I do. I got a 21. Hell yeah.
Okay, Travis.
Well,
Can you beat a 21 athletics?
no, because I don't think Ort's going to be there when you grab for him. It depends on who gets to act first.
What are you planning to do?
Dimension dooring 500 feet that way, towards the tower. Just
You really gonna waste this spell slot as she tries to pick you up?
You're not going to pick up a dwarf. And I'm dimension dooring 500 feet in the direction of the tower.
Okay.
My zombies, they can catch up eventually. They'll catch up.
You go to pick him up and he vanishes.
You know,
Just a green
I try to
sphere, just
try to do kind things for people, but they just don't seem to care. She turns, she goes back.
Okay. Pants catches up to Ortimer.
Pants runs over Ortimer because he appears in front of him by surprise.
So you get for not getting carried.
So it's like just
No
tumble
respect
and
for
Tom and
Loki,
Jerry
no
just
respect.
tumble.
Well, Pants comes to a stop after running over Ortimer.
Does he though?
Yeah, not because you ran over a dwarf, but because the path splits.
Do I
Goes
land
from
like where
one
the
path
path
to two.
splits?
Yeah, there's two choices now. One leads down below a layer of fog, and the other curls up along an incline going up.
Has there been any more roaring?
No,
Pants is going to do a survival check to see if one path looks more traveled than the other, or more recently traveled.
Alright.
more recently traveled. Okay.
Hey.
It,
Pants is
got
Pants is
some-
unfamiliar with these non-urban environments.
It's
I'll do
6
the
to 1,
same.
half a dozen the other for him. For Nazumi, it looks like more people. Well, we're saying more because there's a little bit more wear of the one going up the incline than the one going down into the fog.
Well, up seems like it was busier. Does one branch more towards the direction of the roaring?
Well, actually, the one going up the incline would go away from the roaring.
Okay, so up probably was busier, but the one that goes down is more directing towards, that noise. Do you want to go towards the noise?
Well, I mean, well,
Is that up?
listen, pants. But think about it. If that's a big scary monster, and this village doesn't have anyone to fight it, then we're just letting all those people die.
Yeah, those poor people in the tower.
Pants. Now that's not kind one bit. We've already let an entire crew die. Do you really want to have more corpses on your shoulders like this? Is that
Well,
the kind of man you are?
I don't think he's going
What?
to carry them.
Why you gotta give Pants so much shit?
At that, Pants actually gets like a sad look on his face, like his little half orcish tooth is like poking out.
Oh.
See, Pants, we should go and find out what that mess is. Yeah, that's. I know. And she's gonna pat him on the arm.
at
Where'd
that
our
moment-
short friend go? Not the dwarf, not the angry short one.
The one
The
who
other one that's-
climbs.
Yeah,
Where is the boy who climbs?
Jack.
You will see something. I'm still stealthing from probably behind you now. Like you guys are here, I'm probably over here. I'm gonna dash past you guys, but going around you and go down that path,
So you're going down into the fog, correct?
down into the path, just dashing, but where they can't see me. They just see something. They see bushes moving.
I
Okay.
would have gone the path of the high ground. Whatever.
You're just going without. Everyone's just splitting the party.
Well,
we're-
I'm just going,
okay,
I'm
time
only
out,
about
real quick.
40 feet ahead of you. 40 feet ahead of you. I'm dashing. I'm
But you're
about
hiding
40 feet
from us.
away.
You're dashing and hiding from.
Yeah, where is everybody right now? I thought you guys
Okay,
would catch up.
the majority of the party is at the crossroads. Jack has just ran ahead of everybody and went down the path that goes down into the fog.
So the rest of us are at the crossroads, and you'll
Yeah.
see me start. I'll look at everybody. I'm like, the high ground is the best way to go. I don't know why he went that way. I don't know what you want to do about that, but I don't think it's a good way to go down into fog.
Pants starts walking down the path in fog.
Pants, come on, Pants.
So
You have to go and fight the villains. That is our job. We come out here to help others. We kill the monsters. We save the day. Now get your angry butt over here, or so help me God, you cannot portal away from me every time I try to pick you.
I can stop you in other ways. Do not pick me up. And I start walking right past.
it's an angry little elf.
Down in the
You see Ort just stop for a second, just cold in the tracks.
His ears twitching.
you hear you just hear a low sigh, just a and then he picks back up and starts walking again.
I know.
And he whistles, he puts this and just whistles real loudly for
Yep,
Lefty.
they're coming. Now you're going down into the fog.
Yeah.
I'm-
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go all the way up to the fog. Is there a point where I can see where the fog stops? Like I can go up to.
It's not really like a clear definition. It's just like, a little hazy and then fog.
Well, once I feel like I can get within approximately 30 paces, if I feel like it's 30 paces away, I would like detect magic to see if I feel any kind of like is there any funny mojo business going on in this?
No,
here
you
fog?
don't really. You don't detect any magic within 30 feet of you.
I'm 40 feet ahead of everybody, trying to see ahead of the path and running, hidden from everybody. I'm stealth at 24, running around them and
It's
dashing through the undergrowth.
jungle. Well, I shouldn't say it's jungle. It's deciduous trees.
Do I see anything that looks dangerous that I can come warn them about?
We're in the fog. It's not clear to see how far away you are, but or how
Can you?
far you can see. But it is trees that shouldn't be here.
Can I see him?
I pull out.
No, he's stealth.
You suddenly see me because suddenly you see a bright light up. It's like as bright as almost not the sun. Excuse me.
Is the
It's
fog dense? Like, would I be able to see that light from 40 feet away?
You would see the light, but
It'd be kind of like in the fog. It'd be a
There,
fuzzy
no,
bright
there's a
light,
light, but it's over by the Frankenstein place.
Hmm.
I'm in the fog suddenly, and you see what you would see is suddenly you see a light that just bursts out like a 40-foot radius, and you see what looks like my face illuminated with a sword and fires illuminating the whole sword. And then I use it to look around and start
okay.
backing slowly towards the group.
You do this, and then now Nazumi and Rirora, are you guys heading down to the fog too?
Well, of course, I guilted Pants into doing it. I might as well follow.
Yeah, following Pants.
Okay. In various states of
Everyone
fog that
following
can
the
look,
person that
yeah.
can't communicate with them.
So down into the fog you go, and here we will take our break.
Huzzah!
Let's
Woohoo!
all follow the mute.
Yes.
It's a good
You
idea.
come back
Hey, he
after the
knows what
break.
he's talking about.
They're about to stumble onto something that is going to be very interesting.
Literally stumble.
Literally stumble.
Shambly mask.
Figuratively stumble.
We'll be right back as soon as we can.
Emotionally stumble.
Alrighty.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Okay, you should be on.
Hello.
Yay! Thank you for the
Hi.
raid.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna show some
I
hype.
wonder
in
when
the
Morden
chat.
Kitten is going to make an appearance.
Morden Kitten? I don't know.
Listen, I'm actually playing in a game where Morden Kanan has been permanently polymorphed into a cat.
No way.
So,
My
yeah, we're
Morden
playing
Kanan turns
Curses.
into a goat.
That's
A
Ooh.
weird ass goat too. He's a pain in my ass.
That's awesome.
welcome,
Kitten Morden Kanan.
Castle Mac. Thank you so much.
Castle Mac, our hero.
Thank you for the raid.
Castle Mac, he's a hero. I don't know the rest.
No, keep going, Josh. Keep going.
Just wing it.
Full blown bird style.
So
I just thought Castle Mac, he's a hero. He's gonna take us down to 0. I'm like, shit. That doesn't work out right. All right, so
So which am I playing on the right one?
Yes, sir. You're pointing. I don't know if it's the right way or not.
That guy right over there, pants. He's got to go find some more pants because he doesn't have the right pants. So he's putting on different pants.
Pants are overrated.
Who wears pants anymore?
At least you know they're not boots and pants.
Captain
Boots and pants and boots and
Underwear.
pants.
Call him Captain Underwear.
I bet that dwarf's not wearing pants. He's just wearing that fancy magic.
The real reason he doesn't want to be held is the fact that he's very much so concerned with how well his magical boxer briefs are working.
You imagine if there's any briefs there, y'all gonna get a show.
Gross.
That jet black too.
Yeah, everything
Well,
black.
while we're waiting on.
So we're all no.
Yeah,
we're not.
did you guys
We're all
come
kind of
down-
together except for this bright light off in the fog in the trees, right?
Yes. You should all be seeing a new map.
Ooh, let's see. What am I seeing?
Ooh.
So, as we've been walking around, I would like to have grabbed the scroll holder back from Lefty,
Yes.
and
It took a few.
Want to
pulls.
I'll just stare at him and give him squinty eyes again. Go up there and see what they're doing. Go to that light.
There's just me, I
He does
believe.
that.
I'm walking backwards towards you.
And I want to look at it and see if there's any rune symbols. Like I know what the spell was that it was contained inside of it. So I want to see if there's any like rune symbols that I would recognize for.
Where would we be coming on the map? The top left?
That's what
Did
I'm
you say-
just
Well,
taking
right
care of
here.
right now. You got it right, Josh. Down there at the bottom. There's the
Alright.
party.
Mike, I'm sorry to ask this. Was that a teleport or teleport circle spell that was in the scroll?
Well, taking a closer look at the scroll, it's both.
What? Okay.
There are two spells on it: teleport and teleportational circle or teleportation circle.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh my god, I really went far ahead. So I'm over here, I guess.
So, do any of the are there any runes on the spell scroll holder? You made it sound ornate. So
Yes,
I'm
it's
looking
very
at it right
ornate. It's made of carved ivory. The designs on it are mostly.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, sir. No problem. Are mostly various basic protection runes and glyphs, but not they represent protection and defense, but are not themselves charged with magic.
But they wouldn't be recognized as like a transportation rune.
No, not on the
it
scroll
wouldn't be-
tube itself.
Yeah, looking specifically for that particular type of rune. There were any rune sequence of that.
Anything, you would say the scroll tube and the sigils on it were designed to protect what was inside the tube.
Okay.
And then I'm reaching in the clouds for here. There's no note or anything like that in there with maybe a turret or like a destination route set.
No, the teleportation circle, which requires a target rune,
Yeah.
is blurred, like it's being intentionally obscured by something.
Okay. That's good. Good to know. I keep following along. I'm following along with the party.
Okay, the party is, I assume, following along after the very distant Jack. As you, Jack, as you travel along, and as the rest of you travel along, the sounds of the underbrush that you're walking on deadens, becomes muffled.
Like a silent spell?
You're not sure as you look down. Keep in mind, you're now in fairly thick pea soup fog. So you have to almost bend over to look down to clearly see the ground.
Even with the sword, that's 40.
Yeah,
Light 40.
because light does not cut through fog very well.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to just sheath it again and pull out my whip.
Okay.
And then try to go into stealth again, if I suppose I can.
Okay, well, first we're going to move everybody a little bit more to the center of the map to represent the walking that everybody is doing.
Am I still ahead of everybody, or does everybody catch up to me?
Well, I seem to have two of you again. There we go.
Well, I assume unless you're continuing to run ahead of us, like dash ahead of us, we would be able to catch up to you while you're looking around.
We'll say for now that they've caught up with you.
I sheath the weapon as you guys catch up. I go, this place is very odd.
As all of you get a good look at the ground, it's coated with web.
I pull my sword back out and say, flame on. And begin to look up.
As you look up and see just at the edge of where you can see through the fog, you see web filling the canopy above you.
Perhaps we should go to high ground. I went to check ahead earlier just to make sure everything was safe before you all came running in here with your before you all came running down here and tripped. I thought maybe I could run down here and check it out first.
You mean with that glaring bright light that you had there a little bit ago?
Well, I noticed something was odd, and I thought if I'm in a forest, most forests don't like fire, so either everything will come to me, which I wasn't expecting you to, or everything would run away from me. I'm quite intelligent, you know.
Well, you hoping that large roar is gonna come this way?
I think we should go. I think we should definitely go back and go to higher ground, because I don't like spiders myself, really. They tend to be bigger than me. A lot bigger.
Oh, no, mister. If you're going to run ahead of the rest of the group and go out and find yourself into a mess, it is up to you to finish that. We came down here to follow you.
I wasn't in a mess. You didn't even know I came here. Did you see me? Nobody saw me. I snuck right past you.
And then you pulled out a flaming sword.
Yes.
And everything saw you.
Say, we're at a point now of no return. We've come to where this spider is, and by darned, we're going to kill.
Then can anybody detect where the spiders are? I'm guessing there's more than one with this many webs.
People can roll a perception check if they would like.
Well, I think that sounds fine for Bjorn.
Yes, I think
I'm a little bit nervous.
Probably move to higher ground. I have an idea that I think will cause us to get a little bit faster.
I think it's a good idea. Let's burn the forest down. Great idea. Let's burn it all.
Good gracious, no, what is wrong with you?
I did
In the
not say
jungle, it's
that.
wet. If the trees will be fine, the webs will burn. That's the way it goes. The world turns, everything belongs in its place, and spiders belong to burn.
Shush, tiny man. Shush. Shush.
All things have
Let's
a
go.
reason to live
Come on.
and a reason to die, mister, and I think it's quite gross of you to think otherwise.
Rez looks to
everything has a
Pants.
place in the world. Spiders belong in the fire.
Pants looks at Nez and like shrugs and points off a little further down the trail.
Wanna go that way? Let's go that way.
And then he disappears. Charge. I'm going to try to sneak again and go as quietly as I can in the muffled webs.
Before you do, I would like. Is anyone else going to roll a perception check?
We can't see crap.
I'm trying to get to that highest point where I moved my token. Would that be considered the highest elevation? I'm trying to figure that out.
As
think
soon
we
as
were
you
going
roll
down.
a perception check, I'll let you know.
I think we were going downhill though.
Hey Travis, I think Michael wants a perception check. He's being pretty coy about it, but
I know, right? I wasn't picking up on that perception check there.
you feel
okay.
Feel your personal perception check.
This feels like it's a vantage point. It really does. The only people who notice are Nezumi and Pants.
Can I still
surrounded by spiders?
No.
Big spiders.
I'll be actually right next to Pants.
Do I see that?
Hey,
Who sees that?
Pants, remember earlier I said something about a spider? I'm sorry about that, but
Oh my god.
And Pants is like slowly panning around, and then his eyes meet yours, and he's like,
well,
what do you see? We should go back. I really think we should go back.
no,
This
we
place
probably
seems like a
should want
feast.
to move. Yeah, for we are the feast.
I know. Let's
look
go
a
back
little
uphill.
harder. We're surrounded by spiders. Look.
Baror, when she says that, Barora's going to stomp her foot and she's going to use Hidden Step. So now she is invisible.
Oh, where'd she go? Where'd she go? I can't do this if I can't see her. She's got to be... Oh, shit. Shit. Don't you move 10 feet from me.
Lefty pokes you on the shoulder.
What?
And he points in front of you, and out of the fog comes the head of a spider. That's bigger than Boris.
Son of a bitch. Everyone please come around me.
And
I'm not getting
Can I see?
The spider looks at you. Why would they want to come around you?
What?
It spoke in common.
Can we hear that?
Wait a second. You are a... How long have you been here?
It looks at you, and from your left, you hear, since our ship crashed.
Shit.
Wait a minute. How the fuck did you turn... Did you turn into spiders? Did you...
No, we are spiders.
Did you just become bigger spiders that talk?
No, we were always this big.
Dead invisible space just starts like speaking like, so does that mean you're friend or foe, my friend?
Well, it depends. The little one has a blade of light, and he just talked about burning our home down.
And now honestly, we all did say that he was a fool for that, so maybe our small friend will put down his glow sword and we'll talk to the friendly spiders. Still invisible, just...
And this one, the one in the front, points to the dwarf. He reeks of dead, as do his two companions.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. That's the particular...
He really should shower more, I agree.
No.
It lifts up two of its smaller claws, tendons, talons, whatever you have, and it crackles with lightning. We don't like the dead.
Should get rid of those guys.
All right, fine. I grab the staff back from Righty, and I just kind of snap my fingers like this, and you see a little green wisp of light just to happen in that instant, and then they just fall dead. They just.
So you've ended the spell you cast to animate them, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Just.
Okay.
And I
Give
grab.
me a percentile check, please, Travis.
Oh. Oh hell.
Pants looks at Nizumi and kind of does like this and points at everybody and points at he and she and then just kind of does one of those.
Oh, this is going to be
Where
quick.
is Pants, by the way? Is this Pants over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look back, and I'm still holding the glowing sword, like unsure what to. I'm like looking back at you guys to make this time actually for advice.
Guys, you really should get within 10 feet of me. I'm just saying.
They don't fall to the ground.
Wait a minute. What?
They blink and look at each other and look at you. One says. The other.
What the fuck? I'm just gonna snap my fingers again.
Oh no. They.
What the hell is with this place? This
And
place is
it reaches
weird.
out, pats you on the head, and it says, "Funny little man."
What the?
And the spider says, "This is why we don't like the dead."
Okay, can I re-kill these things?
The spider looks at you. I don't know, can you?
You might want to back up.
So standing where we are as the rest of the group, we can hear this conversation. We can't clearly
Yeah.
see him, correct?
Right. You can't clearly
Okay.
see him, but you can hear the conversation. But you do clearly see the very large spider within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
What it?
Pants waves at the spider and then kind of grabs Nizumi by like the arm and like pulls her toward or
The
I'll
spider
go with it.
waves back.
I wave also.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. I gotta get away from these things, but I can. Okay, let me try something real quick. I command lefty and righty to go to the edge of the ridge that is the top part right here. It's right there.
Righty says, "No."
God damn it! I figured that was the case. Okay, all right. So I walk past righty, go all the way out here, turn around.
who's a good zombie? Who's a good zombie?
Could you two move over there? You might want to move real quick. I don't want to hit you. You should at least give me 5 paces.
What are you gonna do?
One to each. You see crackling green energy. I'm just like pew, pew.
That's enough to destroy them. They don't have many hit points.
Boom. Okay. I'm like, all right, that work? I just look at them and like make sure that they're dead.
And I look at Pants. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're dead again.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Pants
I looked at the spider.
Pants shrugs, holds out the crystal that's clearly still pointing toward the towers, and
yes.
and then like kind of waves at the spider and makes a walking motion with his hand and points toward where the crystal's pointing.
The spider leans closer to you, a lot closer than you would like. Why do you go to Ereshkigal? The dead are there.
And Pants literally does the whole like confused dog look.
We are not. We are just trying to find civilization so we can leave this island. We came here by mistake, shipwrecked.
So did all who came here.
What's your name, sir?
You could not pronounce it.
What could I call you?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
The spider closest to you says something to it. The other spider, and you swear it chuckles. You may call me Bob.
Okay, Bob. Wow, Bob. Okay.
So, what causes the shipwrecks? You seem to know. Like, this is
This place.
draws us. We found a hook from a kraken.
There are many in the waters around this place.
And in the tower? It's just full of dead. More zombies like you just
the
saw.
City. Oh no.
The city?
The city is filled with dead.
City of Dead. You say? My eyes
Yes.
kind of get very bright and.
I also despise the undead, which is why I have this sword of fire.
Yes, there it would be probably very useful. Here, if you set our webs on fire, we're going to be very cross with you.
And
Let's-
I sheathe it. Well, I wouldn't want to be doing that. Not that I've seen that. I've met my first sentient spiders who don't wish to murder me on first sight.
Oh, we would gladly murder you all.
Yeah.
Could you
we
not?
always appreciate an honest spider, but
So are we?
so is there no way to leave?
Oh, yes, you can leave. We're not going to kill you at the moment. We fed recently.
Bob, all creatures have a place in the world, and it seems you have found yours in a very humble place.
It's
How
quite
can we
nice.
find our way out of this jungle to a place with less undead? Or perhaps, how do we defeat this undead, if you have any ideas?
They're much like the two that you're tinier. Well, he's larger than you, but
Yes, quite.
the dwarf did. You destroy them. But
So,
there's thousands of them.
so you say quite like our friends zombies. Do you mean in the sense that someone is creating them, or that they just live there?
No, something's weird with this place. I should have been able
This
to
is
just
Sahu.
let go.
This is Sahu. It is the realm of the Necromancer Kings.
Oh, that's
Oh,
quite.
well, I would know this place. As soon as he says, what's his
Oh yeah,
Zaroon?
That's right,
you're like,
Pants.
yeah. And
You kind of
That-
see me just start doing a little jig and a little dance.
Weird.
No, this is a great place. This is a great place to be.
Well, then lead the way. And why are you having us going all sorts of sideways? Get
I
us
keep
home.
trying to get you people to come within 10 feet of me. Can I still see the tower from where I'm at? Can I have
No.
make visual eye contact with? Oh, no.
No. You're under the fog.
Oh, I thought we went. Did we not go back to higher ground yet?
No,
Not
we didn't
yet.
go.
We're still talking to the
When
spider.
we get to higher ground. We need to get to higher ground.
Oh,
What
good
does this
gracious.
higher ground lead to, spider friend?
The city of the dead.
You would have to take the high path.
Can you tell us what made that roar?
Yeah, what was that?
We call it the Eater.
Oh, well.
Sounds
What was
hungry.
that name?
You may have noticed that the denizens of this island are not warm-blooded things like you.
Mm,
They are
Whole
scaly.
place is like this.
Hmm?
The whole place is like this.
Yes. The Necromancer Kings preferred scaly kind to warm-blooded creatures.
it's awfully rude.
They call the dead back to life. They're not particularly skilled in social graces.
Well, we best get going and end this reign of tyranny and finish this curse that's on this island so we can get off of it, yes? We have a job to do. Stop
Could you
the
lead
evil
us
in
to the
waters.
tower safely?
No.
And then not safely?
No,
Would you?
we are not leaving this place.
They don't like the dead. It would be quite rude of us to have them go out there where they don't like it.
It is
But
Right.
if
all
we
we
can,
could do to secure this place.
Okay, what about just to the edge, in the direction of the tower? We can't see it from down here.
Go back the way you came.
I start backing up.
Okay.
Going otherwise would lead you to places we do not share. And we will kill you.
Well, thank you for being honest.
Why should we lie?
Humans lie all the time.
We're not you.
They're awful. You were one up on them.
Pants bows deeply to the spider and turns around and
nods.
heads back up the path.
Yeah, I'm heading back up the path with.
Who am
Alrighty.
I?
The minute
So-
you get out of 5 feet of them, they're gone. But you know they're still there.
Oh yeah, you can smell them.
Pants
like those guys.
Pants kind of like looks up and like kind of waves as they're walking out to nothing.
the question is if you teleport us in there, can your fancy toy teleport us out of there? Because I would much rather have to take the long walk, but a fast escape versus the other way around.
Well,
That's pretty intelligent, actually.
So
Yeah.
my
a good
idea
point,
is
yeah.
the teleport. Like look at those fancy spires. There is a teleportation circle in there. He's the
Do you know
necromancer
that?
king.
Have you been in?
He's a necromancer king. Of course, he's probably got 36 of them. Anyways, you can teleport
Obviously, any
in.
necromancer king has them.
Exactly. Gosh.
I never knew there was even a king of the undead killing rising variety.
Yeah,
That's right, Pants.
There's a lot of
Rez
lot,
mimics
actually.
Pants.
Shut up, you two. This is a real thing.
I think if you let me pick you up one good time, I will let you teleport me in there.
Just don't toss me.
Aurora is going to like bend down and like hoist you up like on under your armpits and kind of pick you up into the air, kind of like Simba style. Like, you are just the cutest thing. You got a better view of the mountains and the city now? A good aerial.
His head heavier than you thought he would be.
Quite a thick boy on our hands. Mama feeds you good, doesn't
Oh. Oh. Brie, I love you.
I love you too. It's amazing.
she? She pops you right back down after she makes sure you have a good view of the towers.
Well, I mean, you actually might as well just help me get up on your shoulders real quick.
Oh, that's more than fun. She kind of squats down and kind of like helps hoist you over him. Like,
Okay,
you see
yeah,
it?
from here I can see really good. Okay.
See?
All right. So, everybody within 10 feet of me. Come on.
I come in 10 feet of you.
Pants looks at Nizumi like with a.
I mean, I guess. She did pick him up.
He'll
Scoot
walk
a little
over within
closer.
10 feet, scoot over.
And I will attempt to teleport us to that, the taller of the two spires that you mentioned.
Okay.
As the
Nazumi walks
as
over.
Oh yeah,
So
sorry.
I'll
Go ahead,
and
May.
Nazumi walks over next to Pants and kind of latches onto one of his shirt cuffs.
It's actually funny you were going to say that because I said Pants like nervously grabs at Nizumi's hand before the spell's being cast.
This is great.
Okay. You hold up the teleport scroll. It's a level spell you can handle. You are a wizard. This will be a piece of cake.
Great. Here it comes.
Yeah, I know. Here it comes.
As you cast the spell, you read it perfectly. Roll me a percentile dice.
Oh, goddamn. Here
Fuck.
we go. Love these D100 rolls tonight.
I know. Okay.
That's not too bad. That's not horrible.
No,
That's less than
not horrible.
50%.
That's not horrible.
But that's still not horrible for the spell.
Do you know that? That's just teasing the DM.
Right?
Don't tempt.
Okay, you take 16 points of psychic damage.
All of us?
Damn. No,
No, just him.
Okay.
just me. No, I didn't roll high enough.
And the spell fades from the scroll.
You said 16?
Huh?
Did you
16,
say 16?
yes, sir.
And you just see like actually like you would feel, so you're carrying me, so you would feel me just kind of go slack and almost kind of fall off you. You would actually have to keep me from falling off.
Oh, good gracious! Pants, you're the one who can like reach. Can you help me slump him off?
Now,
Pants
the
like kind of
rest
reaches up and helps.
stabilize
lower
the
him.
dwarf.
Yeah.
The rest of you feel like you moved a foot and then slammed into something. Not enough to
Oh.
knock you over.
Shit
But-
balls.
I knew I shouldn't trust your magic.
And Ortimer hears in his head, "None may leave my island."
Whoa, that's...
I'm surprised we're still living and breathing and not undead.
No, that's what you hear. How do you say your character's name?
Barora, like Aurora,
Barora.
like with a B.
Barora.
Like brown Aurora. Barora.
Barora.
Like the
and
fuzzy,
Pants.
like the
Wait,
bear, the Aurora.
Okay, you both Pants and Aurora would hear, like, because you guys were helping me stabilize me, you would barely hear me just say audibly, I'm like, oh shit, that's really bad.
Oh, I don't quite like that very much.
I start looking at my body and feeling my body. Am I going to be turning undead now too? Are we turning to spiders next? What did you do to us?
I don't think that's how magic works. I know a lot about magic.
Well,
In that
earlier you
sense.
said you saw blue things above his head and he didn't know about them.
No, I'm thinking
That's
that's the magic of the island, not so much him.
Aurora.
Exactly, and those spiders can talk.
Aurora. Little,
I'm sorry, man on my head. What are you saying?
I'm just trying to tell you guys. I think he knows that we're here because he just told me in my head that we aren't going anywhere.
The king of the island, your friend, the skeleton.
Well, he kind of sounded. He sounded like this.
That sounds like the man who's the king of the zombie raisin.
So, just wanted to pass along that message.
What
All
message
right,
is
everyone.
that?
While this is going on, Pants has kind of reached down into his damp knapsack and pulled out a large length of rope and starts like tying it around Barora's waist.
I'm going to do the same. Actually, I was thinking about doing the same with my silken rope. I'm going to tie it around my waist,
Okay.
and I see Barora, and I'm going to tie it around her waist too. And I smile up at her as I'm tying it around her waist, as
That's
it's
it.
tied to me too.
That's a good idea, guys. I might have a better chance of gripping if we all seem to slip.
Okay.
And then he'll tie the rope around. He'll kind of look at Nozumi and like offer the rope and kind of nod.
Eyebrow arch, and then I'll go ahead and tie. So are we going across these things then?
That seems like it.
Okay.
Proceed,
So
and
you're not-
Pants will
okay.
proceed to tie everybody in sequence.
All right. So everybody is tied to everybody else. Correct?
Seems so.
Okay. Who's going first?
What's marching order?
Aurora will go first. Everyone's
all
tied
right.
to her mainly, so Aurora will lead.
Oh, great.
Okay. Now, this is a rope bridge. Literally all rope.
How old is this bridge?
The ropes look old.
I think about this, and I quickly start trying to untie myself from her as she's starting to walk across. Like, wait a minute, I can do this by myself.
We should probably go one at a time, actually.
Barora, I need you to roll either
Wait.
athletics
A weight
or
check.
acrobatics for the entire party.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it's cool. But Aurora's got it.
Let's go, B-Row. Let's go, B-Row. Let's go. B-Row.
All right. I'm trying to see if I had anything.
Did I untie myself in time?
Alas, you did not.
Brie, what the fuck?
Is this where we turn into birds?
Oh,
I have a +9. I have a 20 strength.
yeah. And you're also 7 foot something and probably weigh a good amount of.
Hold on. What am- Let me see if I have anything that I can do to. I think I had something of interest. Hold on, maybe I have something where I can like. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm
No
sure.
problem. I'm willing to wait before the entire party is pulled over a cliff unknown height.
Yeah. Let me just.
As a reaction to seeing what may be about to happen,
Say, is there any way
Pants-
anyone can make a dex save or something to catch?
Pants would like to, as a reaction, pull the removable rod out of his belt, lash the rope around it, and click the button.
Oh.
Smart guy.
Clever use.
Oh.
Aurora, you are arrested in your fall.
Clunk. And we all just go around and doom, 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 doom. Hanging from
Good.
her.
Good gracious
No,
God.
that's a good question. Where are you at in the marching order?
She was
Pants?
first.
She was first.
She is first and we follow behind.
Well, yeah, but you put the rod around the rope, so did we swing? Are you in the middle?
So if she was going off first and she fell, the rest of us probably haven't gotten on the bridge yet. So
No.
this is just a way to keep us from keep
So
anyone
also
else from
falling.
yeah. So it stops Barora from falling and then keeps us from getting pulled over with her.
Thank God.
What happened, Aurora? You went to step out on the rope. You've gone across things like this before. It's
I'm a
easy.
strong baby.
You step on the rope and your foot just slides off. As you realize when you grabbed a hold of, you notice the ropes were cold, but the rope you walk on is icy.
Well, it seems that there is some sort of weather situation on this bridge. If someone could give me a hoist, it seems quite icy.
Dude.
So, all
She's
someone
just-
needs to do is make an athletics check to pull her back up.
I'm just rocking. I mean, I can try and climb up the rope.
Say Pants will try to use the rod as leverage.
Okay, I'll give you an advantage on that check then. All you have to do is make an athletics check there.
No.
Michael.
Yeah, I did. It's 15.
Oh, there it is. Finally showed up.
Oh.
You were able to pull her back up off the fall.
Thank you for the help. Well, that was unexpected. I did
Pants-
not.
Pants puts a finger up and starts undoing the buckles on your arm.
I'm also going to start. I'm fastening the rope for myself.
Everyone's untying themselves from me. So it appears an unexpected development. The ropes are coated in ice.
I should be more secure, right?
They're coated in ice.
That sounds like
Making
fun.
them very slippery. So you are untying yourself, Jack. Are you going to try the ropes yourself?
Are you talking about Jack be nimble?
Yes, Jack. Are
Jack be quick?
Yes. Is he going to jump over this particular sticky candlestick?
How many feet is that?
Towards to the hand.
Yes.
Actually, little man, you might want to.
100 feet.
100 feet. Okay.
I mean, perhaps someone who. I mean, we have that magic stick. If we can get someone who's got a rope tied here, a magic stick tied over there, we could use that as something to use our hands and walk across with in
Well,
case one of us does.
That would work.
I could possibly get across. I have unarmed movement, which I can go across vertical surfaces and across liquids without it falling down. But
I could try.
what can I do once you get over there? I don't want to go over there and leave you all behind. So
Carry a rope tied to the immovable rod, and then we'll use it as leverage to walk across. So people who weigh around 300 pounds don't slide right off these icy ropes.
I could do that.
We could tie it off. Yeah, you could.
Would you like me to? How do I move the rod then?
You'd have to ask Mr. Pants here, who seems to understand how these things work.
And
It
so
is
I
his
look
stick,
over
so
him
you
and
have
I
to
just
ask him.
I point it and I go.
You can speak to him. He's not deaf.
He just doesn't talk.
Oh. I
Rez
thought you
looks
said he
annoyed.
was. I have learned
Pants
something
looks
new
at
about Mike.
Pants looks
I
at
learned
Nez
something
and looks at
new.
me.
I learned something new about my companions every day. It's like I've been with you for 2 years, and I learned something new each day I play with you. I swear. Wherever I heard this conversation. and so I say, Pants, do you mind if I take this rod across? And how big is this rod, by the way?
Yes,
So-
Michael, please tell us how big your rod
How
is.
big is
Yeah.
it, Michael?
How
Josh,
big is it? And
Josh
he's like,
would love to know.
Nah, Rod.
Josh would love to know.
It's about the size of a halfling's arm.
So about a foot and a half long.
Based on just the description of the rod, I believe it's roughly a foot long.
Alrighty. So it's
And
it's a foot long rod.
I believe so. It's either a 6-inch rod or a foot-long rod, depending on which perspective you're looking.
Depending on the weather.
Travis just went up in smoke.
It's just one of those. It depends on which subway you went to, actually. If it's
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Can you put
Right.
that rod? Can I just?
It's
put
only
that rod in my
$5.
pants
It's
real
great.
quick, and I'll go score across.
Pants
Please.
goes over to the immovable rod, puts his hand on it, pulls it off of the rope, and just kind of claps himself on the chest and points toward the rope bridge.
You can do it.
If you
I mean,
want to, you can try it, or I can go. I
think Pants is trying to tell you that only he can move his magic stick.
You know, sometimes these things are personal. You know.
No man can put a hand on his rod but him.
So blushing. It's weird to see a half orc. It's weird to see a half orc blush, but
What
it does
color is
happen.
that exactly?
It's kind of like it's like a greenish purple. And I was
Pants, you
trying to
kinda
think
look like
what
a-
Pants is in the marching order. He'd have to switch places with Barora.
Well, I think everyone's untied themselves. from
Untie the
rope.
ropes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll tie
Barora
the
will
tie the rope to the rod.
And Barora will look at the things securing this rope. If they don't seem firm enough, she'll kind of take it back a ways and try and tie it to some sort of like rock or tree.
Hey,
Easily doable.
everybody.
And then if we do it that way, we'll make Jack go last because he doesn't need the rope because he's so quick. He can untie it, run across, and then we'll have another. We can just keep using the rope so we don't run out. Jack can get across without the rope, right? And she looks down to her short companion.
Well, I'm sure I could. Yeah.
So.
We've
Pants
trained
is
many
gonna go
times in the mountains like this.
So what and what Pants is doing, excuse me, is Pants is actually taking tied the rope to the rod. He handed the other end of the rope to Barora. And then he motions to kind of wrap it around your arm or tie it around your waist.
And she'll take it, and while she's holding it, she's going to take a few steps back. So that way she has that extra kind of pull of leverage. And she's looking for something to tie it off.
All right. I need an athletics check from you, Pants.
Is there any way he could use dexterity to walk across it, like a balancing beam?
He could do acrobatics if he chooses.
Let's say
Like a third leg.
as a half orc, athletics may be a better choice for Pants.
Oh, Pants.
Really?
Okay.
Oh.
As you walk, very carefully, you very slowly, you lose your footing a little bit, but you very slowly make your way across to the stone hand.
When Pants gets to the stone hand, he'll make sure he's a good 3 or 4 feet or 10 feet in, and then he will hold the rod up at about waist level, or maybe close to shoulder level, waist level for him, and click the rod.
And then Barora will tie it off. And then she'll look at Jack and go, when it's time, untie this and make your way across very safely, little man. Hold the rope and we'll have that in case you fall. And then Barora will try to cross with this rope.
Alrighty.
Roar, how much do you weigh?
Around 300 pounds.
Michael, does the rope give anybody an advantage on the check?
Yes, they're going to get advantage on the athletics check that they make, excuse me.
All right, so then I'm going to try again.
Before you do,
Oh, okay.
you make it about halfway at midpoint of the bridge, if you could move your token there.
Yes, I could do that for you.
I would
As
be at the
from the clouds, or from below the cloud layer, I should say,
Comes a giant spinning wheel of spikes.
comes a gargoyle.
Oh, I was expecting a pterodactyl.
Oh, good gracious, Beor.
But it's not a normal gargoyle. Normal gargoyles are made of stone like granite or basalt. This one is made of quartz. It's see-through. It's why you didn't notice it till it was almost upon you. And it rises above the clouds, and it spreads its wings, and the sunlight collects and condenses through those wings. And then all of a sudden, there is a burst of bright light.
Oh!
Please make a saving throw against blindness.
What is that? What
Would
is that a
this be
saving throw?
spell?
That
Mike?
would be no. It's not a spell. It's its innate ability.
All of us
So-
or just her?
Just her. Constitution save. You need a 12 or better.
Hey, I can do just enough. It's my
Wow.
life motto.
Minimum
always
effort.
do
Minimum
just-
effort.
And then it dives back under the cloud cover, vanishing.
Does everyone at least see this event happen as I'm crossing?
Oh yeah.
Cool. So no one thinks I'm crazy as I slowly continue. Am I able to keep going? Do I need to re-roll? Because
No, you're able to make it across, no problem.
Can I shoot at that thing if I can see it?
If you can see it, at the moment it's below the cloud level, and it's see-through, so it's invisible in the clouds.
Where's ink when I need it? Okay. I guess I'm supposed to go next.
Who's next? Well,
I
actually,
believe-
no, Jack,
Jack
you're
is
going
last.
So that way you can bring the rope across.
You're the smallest and lightest.
so Nezumi.
I will go. You said we could use athletics or acrobatics?
Quite true. Yes. Oh, no problem. You get halfway.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Again, the gargoyle appears and tries to blind you. Constitution save, 12 or better.
Do I have advantage? Because I do have an eye patch on.
And
Certainly.
I was about to ask Michael, now that we've seen it, so she would know to expect it.
Yes, she would. I'm willing to give her advantage for that.
Okay.
I want to ask.
A con
is this
save?
some-
Con save, yes. Yes, Travis?
Can I attack it?
You can try.
I would like to too if it's up in the sky.
Yes, it is. She makes her save, so do you guys wish to
I'm
continue
going to
with your
burn
own-
a scorching. I'm going to burn a scorching ray, a level 2 scorching ray, and send all three firebolts at it.
Oh, by all means, please do.
Can I scurry across before it hits?
Maybe.
I want Travis and May to roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Okay. I also shot it with a. What is it?
I assume your bow.
24. I hit for 24.
Okay. May, you're able to get across before he hits it with the yeah. And let me bring
Hey,
it
Pants.
back.
So that's
When
that's
you get
the
across,
beginning of-
Pants actually like kind of grabs you and like kind of picks you up in a hug real quick, and then he puts you down, feeling like, "Oh God."
Mike, do you want me to roll 3 of them for each one, or
She's stuck
to you a
I
little
think
bit.
for all 3?
Yeah, go, please, by all means, roll. Now you get advantage on the attack roll.
So let me find it here.
Yes. Okay. So there we go.
Yes.
Well, the
Here's-
last one maybe not.
Here's the
Last
damage.
one.
+6. Plus, I believe I have a extra thing that gives more.
Okay, are these? Well, no, they are magic because are you using your Kai.
Actually, I don't have to use. I just have Kinsey shot.
Okay.
This thing.
Okay, that's what I thought. Wanted to make certain.
So I get to shoot
Okay.
twice.
Okay. You shoot it twice. You do damage to it.
I think I won.
Travis, you strike it with all 3 bolts. It's almost like when you started casting, it turned around eagerly and almost
Ooh.
posed for the bolts.
Jesus.
What?
Oh crap! It's collecting energy.
The
5.
fire enters its translucent being.
I
And
hit.
then oh yes, you hit it.
17
And then
damage.
the fire erupts from it like a fireball
Great.
at its center. However, Jack, the bridge is now on fire.
The bridge is on fire.
Yes.
Is anybody else with me on my side besides the dwarf?
Well, you and the dwarf. Yeah.
Grab the rope and run. Just grab our rope. If the rope breaks, you'll at least have that to hold on to. Just run.
Dwarf gets to running.
Okay, because you're running across the bridge, you no longer have advantage. It's just a straight roll.
I guess I have to do the same thing.
That's an athletics roll.
Athletics or acrobatics, depending on what you want to use.
Of course, he's in flip-flops. He's going to tippy-toe across this thing.
I guess I'll run for it too. I'm going to do a dash though, if I can.
Oh, sure, make a dash.
I can't.
Ortmer.
Yay!
Flip-flops get caught.
Can Barora start heading that way to try and meet him? I'll roll another athletics check.
Well, he makes it.
Oh.
It's just he's on fire.
I'm dashing.
Oh, I can't help with that.
You make it no problem, Jack. You are your namesake. You are very be nimble.
And I'm just up against the hand, rolling and trying to put out.
I'm going to turn back to the hand, try to get some cover. I was like, "Okay, quick, get some cover behind the fingers." And I'm going to see if I can see the gargoyle and look around for it with my bow as I take it back out.
5 damage.
You take 5 fire damage. Yes. As the bridge behind you snaps and the ends fall.
We should probably do this much quicker.
Probably.
Before the gargoyle comes back, I will cover and try to attack the gargoyle with my arrows. Please don't shoot fire at it. I will cover you all. Just go. Run, run, run.
So, are you going to be nice and methodical like you were last time? Or are you just going to run?
Well,
Dwarf leaps out into space and dies. Okay.
No.
Pants is going to disengage the rod.
Hmm.
And again, hand the end, like pull the rope in and hand the end of the rope back to Barora again.
Okay, then Barora will go second to last. Let Jack go last again then.
I'm just going to be on the lookout for the gargoyle.
Okay. So
And
you going
Pants is going to try and make his way across again.
Is he going to be slow and methodical, or is he going to be running?
He's going to be slow and methodical.
Okay, then you get advantage.
I need it. I did need it.
Yes, you did. You get across.
No, I'm trying to. Thank you. I was getting there.
That's okay. I'd like to do that every now and then because it makes me feel. Where'd the dwarf go?
He's there. You just can't see him because he's so tiny.
I think we should make him a little bit bigger if we can.
I'm underneath Bree's token.
Oh,
I'm eating him.
He's.
Okay.
It's like Master Blaster from Mad Max.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's like Master Blaster.
Oh no.
Who rules Bartertown?
So who's next?
I'll go.
Okay. You will get advantage with. If you are slow and methodical and use the rope, you'll gain advantage. If you decide to just run pell-mell, it's a straight roll.
I'm just running.
Okay, straight roll. You make it. No sign of the gargoyle. Who's next?
I'm gonna go slow and methodical this time.
Okay, advantage. Not a problem, sir. You make it across. Brerora, are you up?
Yep, that makes it my turn.
You got this, Bree.
Slow or running? Well, it doesn't matter. You make it.
I just go.
I knew you could do it.
And Jack.
Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. I'm gonna make it over this rope bridge next.
No problem. Everybody makes it across.
And Pants will once again disengage the rod and put the rod, tuck the rod into his waistband.
It's a great place to hide it.
He stows his rod.
A true man always stows his rod.
Oh dear Lord.
I can go all night with this. I'm really loving rod jokes.
Okay.
You can go all night with the rod. That's what we're talking about.
Listen, I never ever get to participate in innuendos, and I feel like I'm really feeling this one. So I'm gonna.
I like it. I'm
Rod
I'm
innuendos all over.
100% on board with this Bree. This Bree
It's
is
the wig. It makes
It's
me
great.
powerful.
this is great. This wig, you wear this wig all the time.
Yeah, just bring this persona. There you go.
All right, the group travels onward. Maybe feeling a little paranoid because of all the talk about the undead city, of these gargoyles that seem to channel spells cast at them. Maybe the words that were in Ortimor's head. But you travel. You travel quickly, safely, but quietly, doing everything you can to minimize the ability to be noticed. As you follow this trail, it becomes more and more road-like, as if the vegetation of the jungle refuses to go any closer.
Weird.
The road is smooth stone, not cobblestone, not flagstone. It is as if somebody wore this stone smooth with hours of polishing. It's like marble. You see the city ahead of you as you approach its gates. The entire city gleams in the sunlight. The setting sun, to be exact.
Oh, that's not good.
You're not sure. Legend tells you, Ortimer, that the city of Ereshkigal was made of gleaming iron. This does not look tarnished by age. As you approach, you realize it's not iron. It's adamantine.
Is it everywhere?
The entire city is forged from adamantine.
What? Where the fuck did he get so much? Where the? I start taking my staff and like tapping it because it makes a certain ping and a certain level of sound, and I tap it and it just makes this bing. I'm like, son of a bitch.
And at that particular stage, I would like you to roll a history check. That's good enough. You remember, maybe a little too late, that the city of Ereshkigal needed no city guard to protect it because the king, Phasmodine, created watchers that would watch all the time and deal with those that would invade his city.
Guys, this whole time I'm walking and talking. I'm like this is just like Ort walking and talking of the history of his school of magic, of what he knows of this place, and I'm like, if you just take a second to pause and look around us, we're already in knee deep shit city.
Pants looks over at May and does one of these. Or sorry, Nezumi. Pants looks at Nezumi.
Yeah, he doesn't ever really shut up.
Well, when you have learned as much as I have, you have a lot to say.
Now,
Pants walks-
excuse
Pants
me,
walks
I've
faster.
learned a lot of things, mister, but I don't mutter to myself.
And I've learned just as much as you have. I go through many ruins. I've been through many ruins. This is kind of boring. Listen to a little dwarf walk around talking.
I see you rolled a perception check there, Jack.
As he says about watchers, I'm starting to look up around.
Exactly, and you notice they're small, smaller than you. They're like imps or methods forged of adamantine. And they're looking at the party.
I go,
Is it?
guys, there's little things in the sky that are looking at us. They're watching us. And they don't seem to be... I hope you all have magical weapons. Because I don't think anything else will hurt them.
They flutter down. They're about 20 feet above you. They perch on the eave of an ornate building as they look at you, as if they're waiting for something.
Pants waves.
They don't wave back. They instead open their mouths. Their bottom jaw distends like some serpent as they begin to howl.
Well, that can't be
And
good.
this howl is picked up in other places of the city.
Okay.
And you feel a rumble.
Oh, I don't quite like
Guys,
that.
Guys.
I
I
think
immediately start just backing up. There's one.
Rez
after
shoots it.
another.
it's a little bit too late now.
With her bow.
Fire.
I'm going to try to shoot another one, too.
Your
ones I see.
arrow literally bounces off of it.
Ooh. Well, that didn't work nothing.
How
Well, I
close?
guess that interesting part that you wanted so much, miss, has come to be.
How close
Yeah.
are they?
What was that,
Oh.
Jack?
How close are they?
They're within 20 feet.
I
Above
pull
us?
out a magic arrow.
Okay.
Same thing.
That hits. That actually sticks in them. It's not happy. It shrieks in pain as there is a boom.
Uh-oh.
You look back and you see the gates of the city have slammed shut.
Hey, guys.
And
Do you
you
wanna
see
go?
doors beginning to open. And the denizens of the city are coming out.
Oh, this is
Shambling.
good.
I really wish I was a cleric this time.
10,
Maybe you can talk to him, Ort.
20,
Mort, don't you know how to kill the undead?
100.
I
Control them
pull
already.
out-
Control them.
I pull out of my satchel a potion of superior healing.
Okay. Pants, do you have that crystal out?
Yep.
It's
Well, he
flowing
would have
towards
had
the
that.
center.
Yeah, he had the crystal in his hand, not necessarily floating.
Well, it's now pulling you towards the center of the city. As you pull out a potion of greater healing, Mortimer,
Superior.
superior.
Wow, you're really injured, aren't you?
Yeah. I've taken a lot of damage.
Jesus.
You
when
look
did you...
you look perfectly healed now, I believe.
Oh yeah, that brings me back up to full.
So, are you standing here as the 500 undead begin to close in on you?
We should probably run.
Well,
Pants-
sure.
Pants kind of grabs Nez by the elbow and starts running in the direction the arrow is pointing.
I'm going to stay right next to them.
I run.
Stay together. Stay together. Don't split up.
Stay together,
Well, then
cheeks.
follow.
I'm running right behind.
Okay. Briora or
Oh, she's not going to let her friends. Wait, is everyone going, or
what's Ortimor doing?
what is Ortimor
Well-
doing?
Ortimer's just going to cast fly on himself and look at Brandon like, I'm fine. You keep up.
Oh yeah, then if that's the case, then yeah, Aurora will just go as fast as her little.
And I'll just
little
kind of
Lexi?
hover in the air, kind of like little Superman, and just kind of bird cape and all.
Okay. The party is following the arrow, running from the undead. Out of every side street, out of every door, comes more and more. Now, you're running. You're like in Moria, the group of the Fellowship of the Ring, running their little feet off, trying to get away from those goblins. Difference is, these things shamble. They're not fast. So you're keeping ahead of them, but their numbers keep getting more and more to the point you can't even count the number that's chasing you. You turn down side streets to avoid more coming in the direction you were running and then turn back as soon as you can get past them. Does anybody have anything they would like to do while running their asses off?
If they seem to be getting close as we are trying to move, if they're getting closer to us, Pants will like blow a key point or two to like kind of force them back, like an open palm.
You do this to several that dare come within range. And
You
when
think
you
it-
do, literally they fall to pieces. These things maybe have 2-3 hit points at most.
Okay.
But
Hey.
there's thousands of them now.
Everybody get together. And I try to get everybody within 30 feet of me.
That's not. I don't think
That's-
anybody is beyond that distance.
No, I think we're pretty close.
If we can outrun them,
Okay.
let's at least hide.
Oh, that's just it. You're always able to keep ahead of them, but wherever this arrow is pointing has to come to an end somewhere.
Well, it'll still help us.
Maybe we should get to higher ground if we can. I'm looking around. Is there any? What are there? Just streets, or are there buildings, or?
Well, there's spires. That most of what you saw from distance were these tall spires. There were dozens of them. These things are completely solid. There's no way to enter them. And the buildings are, while made of adamantine, have no windows.
And we're inside the city, or we're outside the city?
Oh, you're in the city now.
We're well in.
Yeah,
We go over the rooftops.
you could do that.
Sure, again.
But ultimately, you're heading to where the arrow leads, correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, are we doing that?
Is
Pants?
there a structure or a building in front of us that actually has a roof?
Most of all of the buildings have roofs. They're adamantine roofs.
Like curved or flat?
Does there seem like where the arrow's pointing? Is it like is it like at streets, or is it just in a general direction and there's like buildings in the?
It seems to be pointing towards the center of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, if we just find a main thoroughfare or a main street, we can go right into the center instead of going through over everything. Might be faster.
As we're moving forward, if Pants sees an opportunity, he's going to grab the rod again out of his waistband,
Let's go engage Brad.
secure the rope to it one more time, and he's going to veer off toward the nearest building, and he's going to. What's he going to do? He is going to unarmored movement up the side of the building to the roof.
Alrighty then, you're up to the roof.
So Pants runs at this building and just appears to take a 90-degree run up the wall.
He's
And
Spider-Man from the new
Holy
PlayStation
crap.
game.
when he gets to the roof, he pulls the rope over the edge with his arm and just clicks the rod and starts motioning for everybody to come up the rope.
I assume Ortimer just flies up.
I just fly up as he's running. I just fly up next to him. Like, I didn't know you could do that.
I assume everybody else gets to the roof.
I do the same thing on our movement and run up. next to Briora.
Yeah, well, she's got to climb her happy ass up. She's not doing no floating, running up the side of the walls nonsense. She weighs 300 pounds, probably now 350 with her armor on. So she's like, actually, I'm gonna climb up like a civilized furball.
So from the rooftops, what can we see? Can we see something better now for the center?
No.
Well, now that you're up on the rooftops, and I assume that Zumi also climbs up.
Yes, but I will.
She throws the rope away.
I'll take the rod
Okay.
where I left it, and then climb up the rope.
No. The rod is at the top.
That's
I took the rod with me.
Oh, you took it up
clicked
there.
so
Okay.
it was what the rope was tied to.
Okay, well then yes, I climb up the rope.
All right. Everybody's up on the rooftops as you pull the rope up. I mean, you don't think they could climb, but you're not going to take any chance.
Nope. And click, and again stuff the rod. Right.
Do you
Right back in
hide?
your trousers.
Do you hide when you're up there?
We have passed without a trace, so I'd say so.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'm always
then
trying to hide.
everybody give me a stealth check plus 10.
That's perfect because I have to take mine at disadvantage.
Ooh, that's the first time I've done it bad. Oh, wait, never mind. That's 22. I thought it was 13.
Wow, 28 for that roll?
So,
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Well, I mean, it's plus 10 also, so
So 10 on top
the
of that.
lowest roll is 20.
yeah.
So everybody crunches down, hides as the horde of undead fill the streets below you. Now, from your vantage point up on this roof, you can see the center of the city. You see what lies in the center. It's the only building not made of adamantine. It looks like a meteorite struck the very center of the city. And you see a pair of doors that lead in.
You want to go there?
That way, I guess.
That must be the way.
Parents holds up the little arrow or the little crystal.
And a flat of your palm like that,
Yep.
it shoots off.
Let's just follow the yellow brick road or the green little orb.
And it flies almost like a comet towards the meteor.
Let's go. Let's go after it.
Pants nods like quickly.
So
And-
over
Rez
the
will try to-
rooftops you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As it is getting late, I won't make you make athletics checks to get over the roofs and fall out and die.
Thanks.
So you get to the central plaza, run to those double doors that are opening because you see the crystal slammed into the doors and shattered, and that must have broke what was ever protecting the doors. And I assume in you go.
Oh yeah, I'm like
Yes,
I'm like,
with my whip pulled out.
New map. Oh, let me grab the party. Everybody can see the new map?
Yep.
This is at the very heart of the meteor. This chamber was cut here, and as you were running in, even the most unmagical of you can feel power throbbing in here. And you realize, well, Ortimer, of course, realizes before everyone else because he is a wizard. This meteor is the anchor that keeps this island the way it is. But most importantly, it is what prevents teleportation spells from taking you anywhere.
here's the interference. Here's the wall.
And this up here, Ortimer recognizes as a teleportation circle.
Oh, that's got to be a way out of here. That's got to be a way out of here, guys. Look.
Well, Do you want us to smash the anchor?
That's
Where
the
is-
entire meteor.
Oh, the entire whole damn thing. I can't smash all that.
No, this whole room. I think we should just try to get out of here. I don't think we can fix this place. I think this place is a nightmare. This is
I thought
like
you
you-
said this is amazing and you just love being here with all your kings and undead friends. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. There's all these corpses and all these corpse risers and necromancers. I don't think you have any right to complain at this.
She's got a point.
I'm going to try to run up this wall.
Well, it's
Bar-
Diaz, so you're able to get to the top quite easy.
And then what do I see over here?
well.
You see, it's an alcove, but the alcove is filled with sigils and glyphs and runes that cover the walls on this semicircle.
So how do we break this? How do we stop this? I look back down at Ort. I'm here, but I don't see. It's just a little dais. It's just a circle with I don't think anything.
On the circle are various runes. There's 7 runes that fill the circle.
And that's gonna be my immediate response to you. Like, do you see any runes up there?
Yes, a circular runes. Just a bunch of circular runes.
Perfect.
Are they glowing?
Should I break them? Should I hit them? I have a sword.
No, don't you dare do such a thing. I'm gonna come. Don't you move away from it right now. And I'm gonna start making my way over to the stairs.
I'm going to try to get towards him so I can try to guard him or something if something happens.
Okay. No problem. You can get to the top. You can get to the circle up there.
Okay, do what you need to do. I'll be next to you.
Okay.
Well,
Looking
yeah.
at this
You are such a tiny
more
man.
to more, you recognize this is
Mm.
a functional teleportation circle. It will require to be activated. To do that, you will need to cast a teleportation circle spell. Luckily, your scroll has one.
Maybe I have one.
Unfortunately, Ort has the spell.
Unfortunately, it will take a minute to cast.
Here it comes.
Oh, you guys are gonna have to. All right, so this is gonna take me a minute to do this, actually. So
I'll be
don't
your
bother.
bodyguard.
So,
And
Make sure nobody else bothers you.
here's somebody, more likely 2 somebodies, are going to have to hold the line right here. Because the undead are that close to you. They are going to pour in here.
I will get down there, I guess.
So, you
That's
have
what
to
I
give
mean.
Ort, excuse me, a minute to cast this. That is 10 rounds.
Is this right here also a doorway?
You're looking at this, you realize, no, this is a spell book.
In the wall.
Yes.
Please don't read
Whoever
it.
created this place put his spell book in this alcove.
Book of the Dead.
12 circles of spells. There's only supposed to be 9. Yes, you heard me right. Levels 10, 11, and 12.
Barora's gonna.
Wow.
Is it like a physical book, like one to pick up and to take?
And
Oh,
then
no,
the
no,
wizard
no.
goes,
It's-
"Can you hold
it's-
it for 20 rounds now?" And goes
It's
and
in
start
the
copying.
wall.
It's in the wall. It's
It's the
part
wall.
of the structure. Yes.
I need you to hold this for 2 minutes, actually, and starts copying down from the wall before he
no.
even.
Couldn't copy these down in 2 minutes.
I'm
Make
not smart enough for that.
hours.
Well, then I guess we're gonna go up here and do a big fight.
So Pants will kind of put his hand on Barora and move her over to the spot that's in front of the right door, the right opening. And who is there right now? That's Jack right there, right? So he'll kind of then grab Jack and pull Jack back and point at Ort to try and get Jack to go protect Ort.
I'll be up there with you in a minute, Jack.
Yeah, both of you have bows, so you can stand back and fire at a distance while Pants
Yep.
and Aurora.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Pants motions at your ranged weapons and then points up at the top of the dice.
I nod, and I just run back up the dais. And I'm going to stand. How high is the dais? Dais is up, right?
The dais is 20 feet from the floor of the
Okay, good.
chamber.
So I'm going to stand here.
Before they break in, like I assume I can tell that they're right at the door and they're coming in.
They're coming.
Like literally at the last minute, I'm gonna reach up and grab Pants and haste him right before they come in, and then I'm gonna bounce up on the other side of Ort.
Pants grins, like Pants gets this enormous toothy half-orc grin. And as you're hasting him, he kisses his hand and like puts it on your forehead.
Be safe. And I bounce back.
That's going to be crazy.
And then Pants turns to Barora and like does one of these, and you can hear him like crack his knuckles.
Aurora pulls out her massive great axe, her just like bigger than Jack great axe, and she like holds it ready and
again that big old toothy grin, like
you, my friend, managed to say so much without even opening your mouth. I find that impressive.
Alrighty. Here's how we're going to do this. Ortimer needs a minute, 10 rounds. So, rather than roll hits and damages and damages and hits, we are instead, you're going to appoint someone of the four that isn't Ortimer to roll a d20 for me. I will roll a d20. Whoever gets the highest in that roll succeeds. They hold the wave back,
Okay.
or the wave pushes you back, one way or the other.
All right, let's take a vote here. Let's all think about this. Who has better RNG?
Has better what?
RNG.
Who's got the highest numbers?
Who's luckiest? Who's the luckiest out of the group? Just
I've been pretty
objectively
lucky
while
so
rolling
far.
on.
The best.
20. I've been rolling 20s or more most of the night.
I think that's statistically true.
If that's stats, let's hope that doesn't mean that he's going to bomb it now.
When we need it the most, or it's just going to keep pouring out of.
Now, what happens if you fail?
Yeah, what happens if we fail?
The two in front will lose 10 hit points each. And they will be forced back to the basically 10 feet.
All right. Okay, Josh, do the first 20.
Go for it, Josh. Come on.
D20.
Bree, go ahead and put yourself right in the doorway.
Oh, yeah, I would be right there.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so I'm going to move back 10 feet.
Maybe I should have rolled it this way.
Ah!
Wow. Okay, yeah, now I'm rolling low. Holy crap, I just rolled a 3 and a 5. Guys, maybe somebody else wants to do it.
You did the good roll.
Wait,
You
is
just,
he
I mean,
20?
you better than he does. That's
The
all.
second roll.
Are you going to do the second roll, or do you want to have maybe
No.
May?
Oh, he already rolled it.
I think Pam's.
Oh,
I
did
was just checking to see if it was going to
hold
do
on.
the same thing if I used
Just to
the
be
other.
sure, we move back 10 feet and we take 10 damage.
We didn't fail though.
No,
Okay.
I rolled that one.
Okay.
He didn't fail.
Okay, so good.
You're back at the door.
Like Pam's,
So-
maybe it's you. You have haste. You should have advantage.
No one has advantage on this roll, unfortunately. You rolled a 5.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
I was
So now-
just checking it out.
Now, 10 feet back, you each take 10 points of damage.
Can someone else roll the next?
Certainly.
Yeah.
I'll do it this
Why don't
time.
you do
I'm
it?
Sorry,
going-
that's
Okay.
we gotta go back one more space, Bree. That was only 5 feet.
Oh shit! I was just following you.
Yeah, no, I just
Okay.
realized.
Come on, Bree.
Okay. Bree,
You're
roll
up.
for me.
That's a little
11.
better.
It's not terrible, but you're gonna get like a 20.
I rolled a 15. You've lost another 10 points of damage and are back 10 feet. Now, at this stage, if you fail, you two have to decide, are you going to stick together and go one way around the circle or the other? Because Bree's characters can't climb like you can, Pants.
If we fail, I'd say that they would just keep going around to try and keep battling them off, so one doesn't run in the opposite direction.
You want to split the party? Or
We-
split the two of you up?
So
We
you'll
would-
have to
it's-
split up.
It's best for us to split to try to corral them.
I would
Okay.
rather, I mean, in Barora's mind, she would rather die trying to at least save someone than to try and get somewhere.
Okay. Bree, do you wish to continue to roll, or do you wish to pass the roll?
I would like to pass the roll to someone new. Who would like to take their turn on the 20?
Sure. What the hell?
There we
Let's
go,
go, Pants.
my
Come on, Pants. You can do it.
Just a straight D20, right?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh! Nothing happened.
Ty
You
goes-
hold him.
Tie goes to the heroes.
What's
Tie
happening?
goes
Yeah.
under. Don't move. You don't take any more damage.
You held the
All right, that's
line.
round 3.
All right, this one's on
That's
you,
three
May.
natural runs.
On
in,
me?
like, the
May, this
last-
one's on you.
And then the last one will be on Travis.
Okay.
No, I can't do any, remember?
No,
Yep.
he can't.
Oh, he can't do any of them because
He's focused on casting.
And I would
Nine.
point out that was only 4 rounds.
We got this. We got this.
Do we?
Yeah. 6 more
Yes,
rounds
you
to
do.
go.
Yay!
Oh.
You are now halfway.
My turn.
Well,
Oh,
May,
that's
do you wish to continue rolling, or shall you pass the turn?
I can pass it. Let everybody go around again.
Okay.
all right, Jack
Josh?
be nimble.
Come on, Josh.
Oh Jesus! What's going
You're
on?
not.
with this?
You pass your rolls, Mister.
13.
All right,
Now
so
taking a total of 30 points of damage.
yep.
What happened to my high rolls?
All right,
You
do you want to
lost.
pass it? And
Yeah,
let
I'm
everyone-
passing it. Of course, I'm
All
passing it to you.
We'll go back to me. All right.
Okay.
You're holding the line. I was trying to shoot with my bow and arrow. I was missing them.
All right.
That-
all right.
hey,
all right.
that's
I can
respectable.
act.
There you go. That's what I'm
Sweeping
talking
them
about.
from the floor. Sweeping them from the floor.
Oh my
Oh,
No.
40 points of damage you've taken. How many do you have left?
Somebody clip that of her just going crazy and losing her mind right there. Somebody clip that, please.
Pants is at 34 points.
I'm at 52.
Then you're good. You're good. Okay.
I moved back my 10 feet.
That was round 7. 3
All right, so then we have 3 more.
You start
Oh.
seeing, you
Who's-
start
who's-
hearing.
Are you going or you
I will
passing?
roll. I will roll one more time, and then I will pass. Then to my.
13.
That's fine until you get another nat 20. All right, I pass it. I pass it. I pass it right to Michael for our second to last.
Let's go, Pants. Who's wearing the pants? You're
Pants
wearing
is-
the pants.
Pants is going to quickly cast Wholeness of Body on himself, burning a key point.
Okay.
Actually, I don't need to burn a key point.
It's just an ability. You only get it.
Yeah. So it'll be Pants regains 27 hit.
Okay.
All right, now roll RD20, my friend.
Hold on,
I'm so
I'm doing
nervous.
math.
At this point, you guys
Just
would be
like-
able to see
It's important
up at the top of the circle. You'd be able to see and hear a loud vibration happening, and then you could see like blue light, blue greenish light coming from each. There's probably about 5 runes shining at this point that have activated or.
You're going a little slow, aren't you, Art?
I don't even.
Yes!
Certainly I can't beat that.
Slightly.
Oh, Oh, I hope not.
Oh, you're
Nope.
so close.
Yeah.
14.
We've got one more roll.
Oh,
One more roll.
May, do you want it?
do you wanna-
I think May wants it. I think
May
she
want-
Yeah,
I don't
wants
think-
that roll.
Come on, you
One
can defend for
more
the
roll.
So much pressure.
One
top.
more
Last
roll.
roll.
One last roll.
Do it.
Mhm.
Ah,
There it is.
see? I didn't want it that much.
Angle. She has a bad angle. She couldn't protect.
15. You take another 10 points of damage. You
Couldn't protect Bree-Rora.
At this particular moment, Ortimer finishes the last incantation of the spell. Looking at the design there, you see the concentric rings. They begin to crack and then rotate.
I'm gonna
And
take a
then
step
one
back.
begins rotating the other way, and the third another way,
Um,
moving faster and faster until there is a doorway.
Ooh, can we run over up there? Can we just run?
Yes,
Like,
you can run. You've got haste. You can run, no
You
problem.
guys have
where's the doorway?
6
Mhm.
seconds
Up here?
to get over
It's
here.
where Ortimer is. That's the doorway.
use all of my
yeah.
motion to dash. Like, dash, run, everything, all of my actions to move as far and as quickly as my little bot, well, my massive body.
I'm gonna try to hold
it's
the
little.
line from up here as they run up.
Yes,
Pants-
'cause they're
Pants comes
coming
up the
this
side.
way.
Pants comes up the side, and once again, for the second time this adventure, just pushes Jack into the doorway.
I assume everybody just runs in.
Yes.
Jack's gonna wait for everybody else, or Pants is gonna wait for everybody else.
Ugh.
Okay.
DM smiling.
At this one point, Ortimer realizes he
Oops.
doesn't know where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know where it goes, but we're already balls deep.
Probably better than the horde.
So in you go. Pants, being the last, sees this relentless horde of dead just slowly coming up the stairs with the desire to
And-
destroy you.
And Pants waves and steps backward through the door.
And that's where we end the game.
Oh.
You successfully escaped the island. To where? You don't know.
We'll find out.
Someday. Hopefully.
Someday.
Welcome to the Isle of View.
I know, fuck this
Ooh.
place. Mhm.
That place is fun. Nice vacation.
I like the
Right?
spiders. They were pretty civil.
Spiders were
Yep.
chill.
They were pretty cool.
I combined
spiders.
2 adventures. One classic, the Isle of Dread. The other, the Isle of Sahut. I put them together, and this is what I got. And I hope
Nice.
you all had fun, because I enjoyed dungeon mastering all of you.
Very good.
It
Thank
was
you,
a lot.
Michael.
It was
It
a
was very
pleasure.
nutty.
It
Yes.
was
Thanks, man.
super awesome.
What I think is a lot of fun is Michael was one of our very, very, very first viewers before the Greyhawk channel was even the Greyhawk channel. We were just returned to Greyhawk. So it's
Yeah,
nice to see you
yeah.
coming
That's
from
right.
being one of our first viewers to DMing for us. So it's really been it's really a pleasure.
It's my pleasure to dungeon
so
master
cool.
people that I've enjoyed watching. You're all great people, and I would dungeon master for you anytime.
Wait, I think you're making a lot of assumptions. You don't know us that well.
I know you. As I once told someone, I learn about people by watching them role play. I've watched you people for a year. I know you very well.
Oh boy.
You
Oh,
watch
boy.
me play a big buffoon, though.
I
Well,
watch you
Well.
play a character
I
that
mean-
tries every time to save his friends.
Hmm.
Oh.
Aw.
oh well, you must think I'm a total bitch.
No,
Well,
just hot.
I mean,
Calculate
Just
your
like
abilities
stones and stuff.
and deal with the problems as best as you know how.
Not a
Elisa could
bitch,
be a
just really
Marine.
hot.
that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I want to real quick give a shout out to Bloody Jackal, Amy, for helping us on the technical side tonight. She
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, she's
and
run everything.
Travis-
She's broadcasting.
Travis, thank you so much for the help you gave her as well. You've had a lot of experience
Hey,
in helping
I
with
have-
this as well.
It's a teach. It was really a refresher for me. I'm gonna get back to streaming again, and I'm gonna do some DMing stuff myself. So I needed to get
Can't
behind
wait
the
to see that.
saddle, and so Amy and I went through Amy found out a couple of things with the Stream Deck that I didn't even know how to do. So I got to get with her actually and do another refresher course thing.
Fantastic. I'll finish us off here real quick. If you guys want to, real quick, we'll go down the line here and just kind of shout out where you at and where you're at and where you can be seen this week. Where you at? Where you at?
Metro City, yo.
Let's start with Bree.
Hi guys, it's Bree, NPC Bree to be specific, 2 E's on Twitter. That is where I spend most of my days. You can also find me here on the Greyhawk channel, obviously tonight, as well as Monday afternoons. Soulbear RPG every other Monday night, not tomorrow night, but next week playing Comedy of Strahd. Then you can find me Thursdays on Encounter Roleplay, and a lot of other insides in there, but we'll just keep it brief. Follow me on Twitter.
Thank you, Travis.
Binary Fire FYRE, and just put that on the Twitters, and it'll get you right over to me. I like to play Mech Warrior a lot. It's kind of ridiculous. If any of you out there play Mech Warrior, hit me up on Twitter or something. We'll get in a Discord, or we'll go drop some matches and do some stuff. And that's about it.
Awesome. May.
Liquid Fire, 2 Qs, everywhere, literally everywhere. And every Sunday with these fine people and, some other places, but mostly just here. Follow me.
All right. Josh.
I'm Josh, also known as Winged Horizon. You can find me on all the social medias. But most particularly, I'm starting this week with a full week, 6 days of a week of streaming. Starting tomorrow with a live variety stream playing Bioshock 2 Remastered. And the rest of the week will be painting and crafting for the rest of the week while I get the other streams set up. So hope to see you there.
All right, and Michael, we'll give you one as well, Mr. Guest DM.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I am Lee Kim the Learned. I'm the crusty old fart of the world. And you can find me in Discord and on Twitter as Rooksnook65.
Thank you again, sir. We appreciate it. And
Thank you, sir.
And I am the other Michael, Loser MLW on Twitter. You can find me here on Sundays. You can find me on the Redemption podcast, which is a Star Wars actual play. It's been going for a while. It's a lot of fun. And you can also find me on Tales of Blood and Stone, which is a Shadow of the Demon Lord actual play podcast as well. Again, mostly active on Twitter. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We really appreciate it.
And don't forget, if you are looking for candles or dice or maps, look up Devin Rue, Tantric Candles, or Tabletop Loot for your needs.
Rue Inc. That's Devin's website.
RueInc.com.
And thank
I
you
can't
for
hear you,
our sponsor of Roll20.
Yes, thank you, Roll20
right,
as well.
Roll20, that's a new one.
I think we're maybe going to skip the raid tonight. Are we skipping the raid tonight, guys?
I don't know if there's.
I'd say that probably works right for us right now.
think
We've
so.
come about 20 minutes late tonight.
I keep wanting to pick up this draw. I don't know why.
This is how I talk.
Yeah, I don't know.
when
I
I'm
don't
not-
know.
This is how I talk at work.
Is
We all
that-
should just talk this way next Sunday.
Yeah, well,
Y'all, it's not even that deep. You just talk with a little bit.
Hi, mister.
Not so bad.
No. All I need to have is a little bit of whiskey to get my St. Joe draw.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't.
That's how we do it down here too.
I don't think I can participate in this whole thing. I don't think I don't think I can do it.
I'm sure you could.
Y'all, I need it.
You'd be wonderful.
Y'all,
Oh, I am wonderful.
stay gray.
You a big old
Let's get
little
off this.
titty.
Let's get off live before things get too rough. All right.
Good night, everybody. Thank you
Y'all
very
have
much.
fun here. Come back. We got tea.